And now we're live.
Cool.
Oh my God. I'm Tommy, everybody. How's it going? Bada bing, bada boom.
That's not what Tommy says. That's not his phrase.
That's his catchphase, don't you know?
Forget about
His
it.
catchphrase is like a breathing word, like rah, rah.
His catchphrase used to be, they ain't got the ingredients.
which is patent pending. We trademarked that. Even though his uncle said it. So
I don't know, Gertz.
That was I'm afraid of the cold.
The one guy with the winning team audience not here today.
Yeah. The one guy whose team is still alive, not here. I was looking forward to seeing just how many layers of clothes he was going to have on when he walked in the door.
Oh, I almost wore a pea coat just for the bit. But I was like, that's too much. But no, knowing him, he could have a shirt, an undershirt, a shirt, a hoodie, and then a bigger hoodie over that.
Yeah.
At least minimum 4.
Yeah, minimum of 4.
And he would have had gloves. I mean, like, well, Tommy, why do you have gloves in Austin? But because last time you probably bought them, and they were real thick too.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, the cold wasn't too bad this year. It's cold. It's just cold.
Yes, there's not as much.
No, I was about to say none of those things are wood.
Yeah.
Also, that's kind of wood.
I chose I had a wood right in front of me, kind of.
Also, it's only January. We still have all of February and a little bit of March to go.
Oh yeah, Feb God's coming through, but
Yeah.
I was just
There's El Nino coming, man. That means there's going to be more rain. And so if they get the rain and the cold, then you get death.
But
Ideally not, but
rain means like, hey, we'll finally be able to float.
if we survive. We survive.
I'll survive. I'm not worried about that.
I am. I bought a radio. I bought a portable crank radio, a survivalist radio, because I panic bought. I'm going to return it immediately to Amazon.
Don't tell me he's going to be listening to baseball, like some shit you never do. Like it's the 1940s.
Hold on. Can I go grab it?
What is the news on the East Coast?
Hold on. Can I go grab it?
Jackie Robinson going for that. Like what? Hey, what?
Have you listened to a radio on a tuner? Like
Yes.
in a while? No, in a while. Like it's your radio. It's
not in a
digital.
while.
No, but like you listen to it, it has that fuzz and that aesthetic. Let me go get it real quick because it's something interesting. Like I feel like I'm watching like 1950s baseball here, and Babe Ruth smacks it out of the park. You know?
Yeah, that's
Let me go grab it real quick. It's fun.
We just started and he's already leaving the bit. All right, go.
Just reading the comments. Tommy's in a coma from the shock of a playoff win. No, he's concerned about the roads, which is a valid concern. They're mostly clear here, but Tommy lives, you said, further up north.
Yeah,
right?
he lives in Round Rock.
Yeah, so I don't know what the roads are like there, but
Yeah, what happens in Round Rock?
nobody knows.
Okay, you got to crank it first.
You know what's funny is like you can buy that at Five Below for below $5.
Well, I bought it for 14 or whatever because they shipped it to my house on Amazon. I'm sure it's drop shipped. Okay, you got the squeak antenna, then you click it on. See, it comes preloaded with country, I think.
Austin.
No, country people are the only people left on the radio.
Oh, and then you can tune it and it's like, look, it got Lord. Come on, guys.
I want to hear about the alien attacks. Not.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me switch to AM.
I am Lord. Lord.
I want to hear Orson Welles start coming
Answer
through.
telephone questions and get your free quote at getethos.com.
I don't know. GettyHost.com got it. Hold on.
You got to wait till midnight when Coast to Coast comes on.
Isn't this nostalgic, though?
Yeah. I'm waiting for like some random channels. I
mean-
numbers. Just 4. 5. Like, what is
Probably not nostalgic for our audience that never grew up with the radio.
Some of the audience did.
Yeah, the ones that are our age.
Back in my day, I was like,
Left Wing Media.
Seriously, I know everybody laughs.
There ain't no way that's left-wing media. Not with that much scratch.
We get that.
And it's got a flashlight, so we're good.
They're talking about why you should vote for Trump in the Iowa
actually think you should
caucus.
keep that. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Yeah, because in Texas, it's like fucking Fallout levels and shit. Like, I feel like I should be playing like The Wanderer and like old-timey 50s music. Because
Well, I
it's
think-
spooky in this bitch.
Well, I think people freak the fuck out with rightfully so. Like we said,
800 people died. They're very rightfully so.
You know, it was not a great experience that first time around. But ever since then, we're like cold. No matter what the forecast is, just cold. Yeah, we're gonna fucking buy whatever we can.
Yeah.
Me and JJ have enough chicken breasts to feed bodybuilders for a month.
Good to know.
We stocked up on turkey pepperoni.
Oh, we also stocked up on hot dogs and beanie weenies
Nice.
and Spam. So we
Shit
were
keeps. Yep.
I don't know what. I guess I'd just keep the spam for the next February. I guess
we eating that turkey pepperoni. That shit's delicious.
Oh yeah, I had to go buy toilet paper because I forgot to buy toilet paper. Not because of the storm, just because I only had one piece left, and there was none left. There was like a bunch of big boxes, and apparently people don't fuck with single ply, like Scott tissue, but that's what I use. That's what I used to use anyway. I try to use the fluffy stuff now, but
Did the cold take care of that squirrel?
no. Well, so here's the thing: the squirrel hits somewhere probably more serviceable for a squirrel.
no wonder your girlfriend doesn't like Austin. It's like, oh, they have a single ply here. What the fuck?
No, I got her the deluxe. No, they didn't fix the goddamn squirrel thing. So here's what they said. Okay, well, first of all, he hasn't been there. He was fucking around today, just having a party.
Trying to stay warm.
But that's why I have literally this stick so close by, so I can have like 10-foot ceilings, so I can actually just like do one of those, right?
He's gonna knock back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna kill him. I want to fight him. Anyway. So I go, hey, you said you were going to get the fumigators here to come kill this thing, or at least the what do they call them?
Exterminators?
Exterminators, sure, yeah. And they said they were called Thursday. They got bug exterminators instead of fucking rodent exterminators, so they got the wrong ones, just to catch everybody up. And then I go into Monday. They said they were going to come Monday, the replacements. I didn't hear anything going on Monday, but he was gone, so it was fine. Then today I went downstairs and I said, hey, did the exterminators come? And she goes, what do you mean? I go, I was told that they were going to come Monday, and there's a different lady. And she goes, no. I didn't tell you what we were going to do? And I said, no. Oh, we have to seal it off first. And mind you, when the tech who fixed my internet, I said, hey, can you check for holes? He said, all of it is holy. All the edges have all sorts of places for squirrels to come in. So she goes, oh, we have to find a place to seal it up first, and then we could fumigate it. But first we have to find a person to seal it up. So that's going to take like, I don't know, like a week or two or something. So I got to wait a week or two for somebody to go to the third story of a third floor building to put some fucking wiring down all across the edge. And it's not going to take a week. It's going to take 2 weeks.
Yeah, it'll take a while.
And then they'll fumigate it, but that'll probably take a week after that happens. And by that point, I'm going to be fucking moved out. So I'm going to have to deal with this squirrel. I need to. Would you live with squirrels in your walls?
No, but I don't know if you were being serious about moving out.
Oh, I'm definitely being serious, and I might need your help to help me move out. Look out for not like a GoFundMe, but we might do a stream where you guys just give me cash and I do everything, and these guys don't even have to be there. But I'll do it forever.
Beat up Sam in Street Fighter and then give him $2
or something. Or something. I don't know, but I feel like I needed to do something because I need some cash quick, and I make an okay amount of money. But you have to give 60 days notice to let them know and to find somebody. Find a place, which all these places are terrible in my price range. And so unless I want to pay $2,000 a month, I got to find somewhere quick that's a little more expensive than I can afford. Probably.
I would say
I was about to say we can talk about that afterwards. Like
Right.
I know a lot of places in your price range.
But if I go any further south, then Tommy will never make the shows. So
You don't have to go south; just have to go that way.
well, I went either way, and it was all expensive and stupid. So fuck everything, and more importantly, fuck this squirrel. I think I might just, or in lieu of everything else, I go up there myself, which would be hard to, but I guess I can cut my own attic. But I'd have to do that secretly and learn how to do drywall, and then go fight him my fucking self. So,
Well, on a more positive note.
no, that's positive. I'm killing that squirrel.
All of our teams are dead.
Well,
That's the show.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's for the show. Our show's actually gonna be a little bit weird because there's a shitload of football topics, but also like they all kind of smash in together, kind of thing.
I was gonna say they all are gel together fast, which is good.
Who's getting exodus? That's all.
I was getting fired.
Yeah, who needs to leave? What are the changes that your teams need to be successful?
I like that idea. Yeah,
You know what I mean? And mine's very easy because there's a lot of flaws that came through.
everything. That's the answer for yours.
Oh yeah.
Kind of. Well, not really too. I
Yeah.
have short-term and long-term goals.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted to ask you, Gertz, because this week is kind of a holiday week. What is your favorite thing about Martin Luther King?
My favorite thing about Martin Luther King, I mean, besides what he stood for.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, what he stood for.
Hey, my answer was his mustache, but whatever. Like I like the other stuff, but his mustache is great.
But like,
He's like MLK. I like the road.
but aside from that, I mean, his voice, man.
That is actually pretty accurate. I think.
Yeah, that voice, I think, was a big reason why his message resonated with so many people.
Well, it was one of those like we were talking about old timey, but it was that like very strong, very prevalent, like, hey, command and presence in a room in a very effective way with how he does his cadence.
Yeah.
Like I feel like not to even make this comparison in this sense, but you know how I think Obama's a good example, like whereas like Obama has a very particular way of talking.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Signature way of speaking. And MLK had like a truly signature way of approaching conversations.
Very distinctive.
And so you'd always be like, wow, like if you hear it on, you don't even have to be anywhere else. If you just hear it, not seeing anything, you can definitely be like, that's Martin Luther King. That's a snippet of some of his conversations. That's a snippet from one of his speeches. For me, it's my friend Martin, you know?
Well, somebody brought up the Boondocks cartoon already in the chat.
That's already came back to life. That's right.
Well, they were like, the bullet didn't kill him. It just put him in a coma, and he wakes up in
is that
like
what the premise
2000s.
was?
Yeah.
And he hates BET.
Yeah.
The episode is him ranting about how BET is terrible.
That's fair.
But no, in all honesty, I think it was, you like the way that he approached his, like speeches. I love in the same vein, I love the content and the way that he was always trying to, I don't think he ever backed down from his message, like throughout the entirety of what he was speaking. And even like a lot of people who have led some charges, not saying that they back down from their message, but sometimes the message can change. Sometimes there can be some influences that like kind of shift what exactly they might be trying to represent, whether that's getting more radical, whether that's getting a bit more aggressive. There's a lot of different things. Yeah. And I don't feel like that was the case. I feel like it was always very, very consistent. He's like, hey, no, I'm steadfast in what I believe in. I'm steadfast in what I'm communicating. And that's just a really cool thing. So my company's one of the good ones. We had a day off. Not in that way.
Yeah, that was a weird way to end that, actually. Martin, he was one of the good ones.
No, I said my company's one of the good ones.
Oh, your company's we didn't hear your company.
Yeah, my company is one of
I thought you said MLK.
Was one of
I was like, yo.
Was he too uppity or was... I'm kidding. No, that's terrible.
No, but I mean,
R.I.P.
anyone who takes, like, you know, because I'm a big person of like, give the day off, but like, it's not because, I mean, everyone needs a day off work, but it's more so just when you have that day off, you usually do an extra step to remember why you have it, and I think that's always important.
Oh, I never do that. Oh man, I just take the day off and I just be like, thanks, Martin, and then I just fucking do whatever I want, and I think that's what he would want. I think he didn't like capitalism enough for me to care about why I had the day off, but rather that I got the day off and I enjoyed it.
You're thinking of Malcolm X, but
that's him too. We should get a Tuesday for him. Make it a 4-day weekend.
They won't do that
by any means necessary.
They will not do that. But yeah,
isn't that what Xmas is?
Shut up.
That's a good joke.
That was a good joke.
Great joke.
As was my horn for X gonna give it to you after you said that. But also boo. Boo you and boo this man. What? I felt like there was another question following up with that. I thought you were going to go into.
Don't tell anyone that. Don't tell the white people that.
The war on X.
Because they'll actually believe it.
actually,
The war on...
Take off that X-Men shirt.
the war on X-Men.
Oh my God! You said the war on X-Men?
Yeah.
Dude, I watched X-Men 1 for the first time like a couple days ago.
Ever?
I meant like for the first time like 10, 20 years maybe. And the opening scene where they're like, we gotta get rid of the mutants. It's just Trump supporters. Like, it was supposed to be like comical how racist they were and how terrible they were. And now it's just normal. Like the senator in the movie, Senator Kelly, who gets turned into goo.
But you can do that throughout history, kind of thing, which is kind of sad.
No, but like
it was never
It was supposed to be McCarthyism, and now it's Trumpism now.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if you go a step further than that, like, and you watch Gangs of New York, the Irish people are the same type. Literally, the butcher is like, we're the only true Americans here.
The point is,
there's a lot of examples in history.
but like fucking X-Men from 2000, you know, the least nuanced types of movies.
X-Men
in the
has
least
always been,
nuanced era.
That's why I've always liked X-Men. It's always been culturally relevant.
Oh yeah, but like back then it was like,
I'm actually surprised that X-Men got popular because it was so far ahead of its time. Like X-Men.
Star Trek. Star Trek got popular for the same thing.
That's true.
Yeah, but they were not as loud about like that character's gay. That character's blue. Like
they had a green lady. Well, first of all, just that general green ladies. But second of all, they had a black woman kiss a white guy. That was the first interracial kiss on television. Was from a sci-fi show.
Well, Star Trek, I think that there was a little bit more nuanced in some instances. X-Men is pretty like I wouldn't call X-Men subtle.
Oh no,
but it's very effective.
Look at that weirdo. Yeah, let's bomb him.
It's effective and it's relevant. Star Trek, I think, like there's an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation where Picard is trying to just like prove to people that hey, I'm not God. And he probably doesn't exist.
Oh my god,
it's a whole episode because this primitive race sees him use transporter, like teleporter, and they don't know what that is, so they just assume that Picard is a god. And he's like, no, it's technology. There's I'm not a god. Also, there isn't. There probably not one.
I've been to a lot of episodes. I've been to a lot of galaxies. I haven't found them once.
Yeah,
I've seen a fraction of them.
So I'm surprised. Like to your point, Star Trek blew up with episodes like that. Like Star Trek: Next Generation was like 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
So like
I was talking about the 50s one, but also that one too.
Yeah, Next Generation's awesome.
Fucking Riker. Our favorite guy. What's his name?
Oh yeah, Jonathan Frakes.
Jonathan Frakes.
Yeah.
God, that guy's dope.
He asks great questions. Can you remember the tallest man you've ever seen?
You ever been to a Chinatown section of a major city?
7'3".
Yeah, he's huge. Have you seen how he sits in a chair?
Jonathan Frakes?
Yes, it's hilarious. Type in Riker sitting in a chair.
Is it just legs crossed over?
He straddles over it because he's so damn tall.
Oh my god.
Riker sitting down.
And yes, I did know that Magneto is supposed to parallel Malcolm X and Professor Xavier's MLK Lop. I totally knew that.
So before before I find a picture of him sitting in a chair, I like that somebody made a diagram.
Oh my god.
The Riker.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Lucy and Ricky was not the first interracial kiss, because I think Hispanics were still counting as white. What the fuck?
Yeah.
How tall is that guy?
He's like 6'4" or something like that.
I'm like 6'4" and I don't look that lanky.
I mean,
you don't sit down. You don't sit down on chairs that low.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true. The chairs were very low on set.
I mean, look at this normal sized person. Like the tables too are like
and his
lower
pants are really high too. So
well, that's not like the uniform is partially black on the shirt.
Well, his pants are probably really high underneath the uniform. To be fair,
it's standard issue. It's not his fault.
That's why I couldn't join Starfleet. The pants wouldn't fit.
No, with all the species they have, I'm sure something will fit you.
I guess I'd be one of the guys with the things on
Klingons?
their head.
No, they're thin.
No, I meant the battle guys, not the Klingons. The guys with the scythes.
It's Klingons.
Is it Klingons?
Yes.
Is that what Worf is?
Worf is a Klingon.
Okay, then yes, a Klingon. I don't know. I kind of know Star Trek, but not a lot.
I didn't get into The Next Generation really until I think it was like right around the pandemic. I was looking for shit to watch, and I was like, I've heard Next Gen is good. Let me give it a shot, and it holds up. It's like a cheaply made show, but the writing's really good.
Oh yeah,
and the acting's good too.
I've only seen the Star Trek movies, which every Star Trek nerd tells me that doesn't count.
It's not real Star Trek.
Yeah,
that's them being gatekeepers.
Yeah,
Star Trek's allowed to be stupid sometimes.
And at the end of the day, they're still Star Trek nerds. They deserve to be in a trash can. Like I don't care how much we've progressed. Star Trek fans, throw them in a trash can.
I've also
I thought they were the more bearable of the.
Oh, now they are.
Yeah.
No,
More so than Star Wars.
Star Wars people need to be punched in the face. No, Star Wars have escalated to being the worst. This week harassed like a lady who was like, women like Star Wars, and the fans were like, no, they fucking don't. They're just wearing cosplay because they're naked. And then they harassed a bunch of Star Wars, like a lady Star Wars content creators. So Star Wars. It's on site with like self-proclaimed Star Wars fans because they're not acting appropriately. But Star Trek fans, just light classic bullying, I think is okay for them. Like a swirly even.
I think goddamn Batman is right. I bet you would like Deep Space Nine.
I mean, I would give it a shot.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's darker.
I have heard that from Star Trek nerds that what is it, side decks or under decks?
Lower decks.
Like a lot of people like that one.
I'm not a fan of it.
Oh, you're not?
No.
All right. Well, that's a besmirch on it.
You also don't like animation for your sci-fi. You hate Star Wars VeggieTales, and you also hate Star Trek.
Well, there's a reason I hate Star Wars VeggieTales.
I don't think the animation on Lower Decks is bad. It's just if it's the story that doesn't click,
it's like
it doesn't
Family
click.
Guy.
That's what I don't like about it. It looks just like a generic, like shitty cartoon. But the reason I hate Star Wars VeggieTales so much is that it's kind of like hijacked the Star Wars name and the zeitgeist. When people say Star Wars, they don't think of one of the greatest movies ever made anymore. They think of a crappy VeggieTales cartoon, and it is crappy. I've seen a lot of episodes. It's
No, but
bad.
they've flown and fixed all the lore. Clone Wars.
I've watched a lot of Clone Wars. A friend of mine made a list.
You're fighting people.
I know.
Now, I'm not a Star Wars fan, and I've said that very clearly and upfrontly. If I don't like more than 50% of your shit, then I can't be your fan.
And they lost because they keep making shit. Right, go ahead.
But I get it.
Yeah, like a friend of mine made a list of like, these are the 45 best Clone Wars episodes. You should watch all of these. And I did because it was during the pandemic. And I was like, this show sucks ass.
If you give me a list of 45 anything, I'm out.
They're only like 20
pandemic
minutes
time.
long. It was pandemic, and they're only about 20 minutes long because it's a cartoon made for children.
But Gertz, here's the thing: they were children when they watched it, and now they're old enough to type on a keyboard. And that's the problem with the episode one. That's the thing. Episode one as well. We all know episode one sucks. I was 11 when episode one came out, I believe.
Yeah.
And
Did you like it?
At the time, I thought pod racing is wicked, but then I grew up and be like, oh, this is just about nonsense. Okay. Well, no, because I just saw pod racing was tight, and I agree, pod racing is tight.
You were even
and double
younger.
lightsabers. Yeah, so I'm 11, 10 when it comes out.
You were because I was 9. I came out.
You were 9, then I was 8.
Yeah, because it came out in the summer of '99.
Then
So
I was
would-
no, wait, I was 9. I was 90. You were born in.
I was born in '89, but I was born in October.
I was born in October too.
So I would have turned 10 in October.
So we're the same age.
I'm a little older than you by a few months.
Right.
So-
Wait, October? You're 89?
Yeah, October.
Yeah.
29th.
So what? Point is, I thought it was fine. You thought it was ass at the time.
Yes, when I was a kid, I didn't like it.
I will say
I
on
hate
a-
that argument. When people say, because you saw it as a kid. It's like I saw the prequels as a kid, and I thought they stunk.
Right. And then they made memes, and then the memes made the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy funny, and so people watch it kind of like The Room or like a Rocky Horror Picture Show now.
Yeah.
So now when they're killing younglings, they cheer in the audience now when they do like live screenings. So long story short, it's because you were young and you're dumb. So don't be dumb and don't like those.
Juke, the Ronin. I have seen the Gendy Clone Wars. Those are good, and that's why I say Star Wars VeggieTales, because Gendy's Clone Wars don't look like VeggieTales. It's a well-animated, well-made show.
Right.
Saddled with crappy source material because the prequels are bad.
I will say at a weird side note, the kids that like Avatar are right. That cartoon does hold up.
Avatar is good. Avatar holds up.
They're starting to get a little insufferable though.
Why?
I don't care about
They
Uncle
admit-
Riot Rose T
I-
songs, okay? And I know that's gonna make somebody upset. I don't know what it means, but
Have you not seen Avatar?
no.
Then you can't talk. Stop it.
See, children's.
It's a good show. I watched it later. I watched
sure.
it. I
And
watched
they
it in
admit the
college.
second iteration is bad.
Oh, Korra?
Korra?
Yeah.
Korra is bad. Korra's bad. Korra had me initially, and then it lost me.
I've never seen like the premise of the Korra originally.
Yes.
I like what this is going.
Yep.
Very different approach. You have a
I think we
Well, an
talked
Avatar.
about this.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Then I don't know what the fuck. Like if you go Korra at the start and Korra in the middle, you're like, what the fuck? How did we get?
Yeah,
here?
how'd this happen? And I think Nickelodeon's partly to blame because they didn't approve the series for multiple seasons. They did it like a season at a time. So the creators were like, we don't know if this is the end or not. And you can tell when you watch it.
And it's an interesting because I feel like now I'm not always the biggest Last Airbender stan, but I think it's an immaculate show.
very good.
But I'm very firm to call off flaws. But the Last Airbender from start to finish, you can tell they're like book 1, book 2, book 3 felt
Yes.
very cohesive, as you had mentioned before.
Yes.
But then they kept on trying to do stuff with it, and besides Korra, like got a movie that was horrendous, and then friends are like, I mean, man, I don't. They're one of the few that was like, we don't need more shit. If you don't want to, you can just leave that as is. That's cool.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I don't need more Avatar stuff because I saw you guys try to do it once and it wasn't very good. So leave it alone.
Well, no, you're gonna get more with the new series, and you're
care.
gonna get new Hot Topic pop Funkos, and you're gonna get lots of new merch, and you're gonna get a pop song by Ed Sheeran inserted into it.
Well, the good part is, I think that the live action, at least from what it's seen, Netflix is doing its good as best crack, at least from what we're seeing from some of the initial phases. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to trust it.
No, I don't trust it, and I don't like the idea of doing live action adaptations of good animated stuff.
Yes, that goes into a whole different problem.
It treats it almost like when you do that, it carries this connotation of that the animation is a hindrance, and it's not. It's an asset in the case of something like Avatar. A big appeal of that show is how it looks. i.e. the animation.
Patrick, you're going to be disappointed that in roughly 12 years, when they start running out of things, that they're just going to do a 1-to-1 recreation of Batman the Animated Series in live action. You know they're going to do it.
Well,
because they're going to have a new iteration of the WB universe.
That'd actually be
That'd be better than most Batman live action anything.
But that's the problem. Well, that's the idea.
That's just because the bar is so low.
Because they're going to try again. They're going to try again with the new DCU, just straight up DCU. And they don't know what to do with fucking Twilight Batman. And then Ben Affleck Batman's gone. And then you have Joker, Joaquin Phoenix verse, which may have a Batman. Who knows?
I think they're planning to kill that one off next movie.
Sure,
good.
But
because it's getting weirder. It's a musical now, so they're like, we'll just let them do this weird thing and just close the book on that.
I'm not opposed to them making a musical about the Joker. I'm opposed to
them making a musical about the Joker.
I'm opposed to that making a musical with the Joker with the same people who made that crappy, boring ass Joker movie from like what is that 4 years old now?
Can we go back to Avatar? Tired of Batman bullshit.
I don't want to watch the Yu Yu Haka show.
Being real.
No, but
Can we go to football?
Right. Well, I'm just saying, look forward to it because this next iteration of Batman is definitely going to fail because even though James Gunn's pretty good, they're going to rush it and it's going to be too quickly turned around.
I don't need more Batman.
To your animation point, I have a sticker about it because I feel like it's an American issue. It's a more Western-driven American issue where animation
has a stigma.
Just doesn't have the capabilities of maintaining a very fluid, cohesive, and impactful storytelling mechanism, right?
Yeah.
And then you have issues like Avatar: The Last Airbender, where I think animation is not a hindrance towards it, but even more so, like
I think it's an asset.
It's an asset. It makes it really elevated, but I don't think that a lot of those shows ever got that sort of investment in time that's necessary to really give it the full swing sometimes in terms of like, hey, you put every time you cast anything like on a Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network or something like that, even if it has great storytelling, I mean, shoot, they'll have instances where they're just like, oh, immediately because it's on those channels, we could no longer watch it, right?
Yeah.
But then you have cases where there's shows like Cartoon Network, more in particular. I feel like Samurai Jackson, not really a kid show in and of itself.
No.
Put that into live action, I would be fucking livid because that is such a big artistic sort of variable. I mean, shoot, Adventure Time, regular show. There's so many shows that are like have really good storytelling and writing.
I would like to see a live action Adventure Time.
I would not. They would not be able to do it. They don't have the budget.
I think a live action regular show could be hilarious.
That'd be
because it would be trippy as fuck.
Well, regular show has that counterpart that's made for adults that it's just live action. They get into the same type of dumb adventures.
You're talking about Close Enough?
Close Enough, yes.
It's very much like this is regular show for people in their 30s.
Yeah.
Close Enough's great. But I have a different feeling about live action anime. Not that. Let me rephrase this. I don't agree with it a lot of the times. I don't think you need a live action anime for anything. But I think what's interesting with anime is that I think it's considered in a different camp of cultural acceptance to where people are like, cool, I can watch an anime for what it is. Yeah. And then live action is just bonus points and you'll still go back to the anime to watch shit for what it is, right? Mm-hmm. Versus I think that it's like live action for a lot of shows that are adapted in America are like, cool, this is like what you have. And then if you don't like this, you're not going to go back to the source material. Like the people who didn't like the Avatar movie did not go back to the source material.
Oh, no.
To go rewatch it, if that makes sense.
That movie's hilarious. It's so bad.
It's hilariously bad.
Really bad.
Yeah, it cracks me up.
Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hit the intro button now.
Let's do it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marcos Lira. I am the host of Commitment to Mexcellence, but I am not alone here today. Here in the pinkish pale...
It's pink.
In the peach.
Pink.
Pink.
I'm like, whatever. Man, this TJ, what's up? Y'all lucky I showed my face today. Yeah. I like... Man, I saw a bit, like... So Tommy came stop by my crib on Sunday, and like it was like a quick stop by. He saw me and he was like, because he stopped by like right at third quarter. He was like, I can't even laugh at you. I was like, so, but hi guys. Thank you for the well wishes in the Discord. Man, Like it went from laughing to people of genuine concern. The shit out like they were like, I hope TJ's okay. I hope he is like. Has anyone checked on him?
I saw
no one checked on me, but I'm okay.
The inactivity.
Well, we were
in the
right next to
chat,
you.
I was like, ooh. TJ's not saying shit.
No,
he said like 2 things, and that was it.
You know, normally
Throw me in a ditch.
Yeah, I said throw me in a ditch because normally when the Cowboys are playing bad, I'll still react. I'll still be in the chat, and because I to be fair, I don't run away from our chat whenever things are going bad. I'm active and I'll do whatever. Yeah. What can I do? But we'll get into that. Flipping the script. Across from me is you're not black.
Wait, what? No! Hi, everybody. It's Sammy, filling in for a frozen Tommy. He's frozen in carbonite. He can't leave his house.
Yeah.
He will thaw when spring comes.
Yeah.
We'll see if the Blackcellence actually happens on Thursday.
It will.
Actually, Thursday's going to be like 70 degrees, so we're fine.
Oh, yeah, it's
There's
gonna
no
warm up.
excuse. And then it goes back to being really dipshit cold, so I don't know if dipshits are cold. And joining me on the other side, yeah.
Oh, the resident Inviter Zim fan. Gertz. Aaron. Inviter Zim. Yo, man.
Which Aaron is this?
This is Aaron Gomez. And Aaron, I love Aaron. He's a great guy. He mispronounces names like I've never seen anything
Live
like
action
it.
Inviter Zim.
Yeah, there he is.
No,
and
no. Invader Zim was the cartoon. Invader Zim was the vampire.
Oh, yeah.
You have to invite him in.
God, like
It got one episode. It was canceled immediately.
I'm trying to remember some of the names he botched. The one I remember off the top of my head is he called Ricky Gervais Ricky Grievous.
That's a good one, though.
Now, time out.
Aaron, I gotta do it, man.
You got it.
Inviter Zim? Come on,
can't do
man.
it.
Love it. I love it.
Invader Zim.
Shit.
Sorry, Aaron. I couldn't leave that alone, man.
Well, hey, I love that you were just like you owned up to it.
Oh yeah, he's a good sport.
He knows he's a fool.
Okay, goddamn Batman, relax, relax about that one.
Hold on.
You haven't seen Zach Wilson in the playoffs yet.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
We'll get to sports in a minute.
Well, guys, I do unfortunately have to start another podcast on a somber note. I'm sorry about that, but it wouldn't be right if I didn't talk about my friend Tyven for a little bit. I met Tyven in 2009. He had just gotten back from the Battle of Zurich, which doesn't mean anything to you, but it was the company that I was in the Army has this history of being sent into the dumbest parts of the war kind of thing. So it goes back to my unit didn't exist before World War II. And my unit got its first mission was being dropped, like it was supposed to be dropped on just a normal town. It ended up being dropped at a whole panzer division, a group of soldiers against an armored panzer division. Jesus. So a whole battalion of 1,500 soldiers was a company after that of about 100. We were the spearhead of Fallujah.
Yeah.
And then in this battle in Pakistan, it ended up being a platoon of 30 people against 200. It's called the Battle of Zurich on July 4th. And he was one of the first guys that taught me a lot about the military. Also taught me how to transition. When he got out of the Army, he did stop all this kind of stuff, started writing, went to school to be an engineer. And he did stop that for a little bit because he went back to Ukraine and did some stuff there.
Yeah.
Like recently?
Yeah.
Like this Ukraine war?
Yes.
Oh my God.
But unfortunately, he passed away last Wednesday, and I just wanted to say, hey, man, I know you wish you could be here. You would always give, well, everyone else is lining their shots up. So while they do that, just wanted to say, hey, I miss you, man. As they say in my unit, paratroopers don't pass away, they just slip away. So thank you guys for giving me the chance and hearing about my friend Tyven here today.
By the way, Battle of Zurich sounds like he was like in
Yeah, y'all had laser
He-Man.
guns, dog. Y'all had some cool shit.
That sounded cool as shit. Yeah, he sounded like he fought for Grayskull, like on like the Power of Grayskull. Like that shit's tight. Is Zurich a place?
yeah, don't make war sound cool.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, because if he was the badass in that place, he means he's the ultimate badass, and he's onward into Valhalla probably. What is happening?
This is just
Waited for about 20 seconds and I was about to go. All of a sudden, a round just came in, flew right over my head, blew up right next to me. So I just took off running to Tower 3.
Was he in this?
Yes, he was in this firefight. This is like just people recording from their cell phones.
Where were you?
This was I hadn't joined the unit yet. I was in basic at this point.
He was hiding elsewhere. He was. I don't know, where were you working at that point? Because you.
No, I was in basic. I was
you were
literally in
basic.
basic.
Oh,
like
okay.
I basically went in to restock the unit after they lost people over here.
That's a pretty dark way of putting it. Restock. I thought you restocked like sodas.
We're trying to make light of you, but God.
No, that's the government's
Marcos?
fault. Don't blame Marcos. Blame the government.
Gosh.
Hey
Marcos.
guys. Hey, what's his name again?
Tyven.
Ivan. Rest easy.
Thank you for helping our friend Marcos.
To Valhalla. I'm back again. We'll see you soon, buddy. Not soon, hopefully. Not us. I meant like eventually. There we go.
Forgive me for not being in a rush.
Well,
We'll see you eventually.
Yeah, we'll have
We
tea
enjoy.
later.
Thank you for making Marcos who he is, because he's one of my best friends in the world, and we're happy that you're here with us, Marcos. Of
course. And-
doing the good things and carrying on their memory. Thank you for that.
Amen. You are so like truly, like good looking out for all your people.
Football.
no, we're not.
Oh.
We actually aren't starting with football here today.
What?
I do apologize.
Other sports.
I don't know any other sports.
Well, I'm sure you know the main character here. He
I'm not
is
supposed
the
to like
most
him, right?
no.
Cool.
I'll talk about that in a second. But this might legitimately. So this is the most famous wrestler that you can ever think of. His name is Hulk Hogan.
Oh.
And Hulk Hogan helps a teen whose car flipped out the other day. Literally last night, he was on the scene pulling a teen out of the wreckage.
Was the team black or white? It's very important to the story. This could be his redemption arc.
I don't think he knew, but I don't even know what what color the teen was, because as far as that goes, they don't usually give
show
out
teens, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
This is literally a character's arc in the movie Crash. A racist person who saved someone from a burning car.
I forgot about that.
If you could explain why people hate Hulk Hogan, in case they don't know why they should be
Like
hating Hulk Hogan.
Wait, time out. Did they save him from burning car? And then ask the questions like, were you black before? Or?
Is this it? The car's on fire.
That's my one.
So, Hulk Hogan's wife, Sky Daly, wrote, "Last night, we left dinner in Tampa. We saw a car flip in front of us. I truly admire my husband, Hulk Hogan, and our good buddy, Jake Arsk, for springing into action, punching the girl's airbags and getting her quickly out of the car by all appearances." So it was a girl.
Okay.
Unscathed, which is an absolute miracle. I mean, that is pretty hilarious that if your car flips, like, it would be like, come on, brother.
Right. You're disoriented. You're like, right? You're a young lady, too, so, like, you only have, like, a vague visage of Hulk Hogan, so you're just seeing a guy wearing an NWA? He looked like it was New World Order.
He's wearing,
NWO.
he's wearing an NWO shirt.
An
Yep.
NWO shirt going like, come on, let me help you, brother. And then you're like, what?
What happened?
Thank you for saving. Hulk Hogan, am I dead? Wait, is he dead? No, that's Randy Savage. Hold on.
Ma'am, are you okay? What do you remember? I just remember a handlebar mustache coming and sweeping me away.
By the way,
He tore his own shirt off instead
by the
of
way,
mine.
remember,
Hold on, let me save you from this wound.
remember Hulk Hogan is 6'5".
Oh, I didn't know he was that huge. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew he was big, but 6'5", goddamn.
He's only an inch taller than me. It's fine.
But you've never had 20-inch biceps, brother.
Yeah.
I've never had 20-inch pythons. That's true.
Think a burning car can go one-on-one with the Hulkster?
Yeah, and then he beat up the car like Street Fighter. How did he do this to this girl?
He hasn't
It
saved
did
it.
say it punctured the airbags. I've never been into an accident where my car flipped like that. So.
I know.
Nah, dog. Look, I've always said that. I'm like, if I catch air, if I catch air in my car, and we're seeing it do this, then there's no saving me. I'm done. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen.
Well, if Hulk Hogan's there, you might have a chance.
I'm like,
Right?
I'm not meant to be upside down. Said, gravity doesn't work with me like that.
Like, you would survive, but then just be like, nah, I'm giving up.
Yeah, just someone will get me if they get me. That's why I like that's why I've always I'm trying to maneuver into like an SUV or something. I need something with a base.
So Rakeen tried to correct me. He's 6'8". He's 6'7", actually.
Good God, that's much bigger.
Oh, that's a titan. And also, I feel like he's one of the rare cases where I don't think they I know he's big,
Right.
But they don't show him being 6'7".
I would have guessed he was like 6'2" or something.
Yeah, I thought he was just normal tall.
6'7".
Then you look at him compared to Andre the Giant, and you're like, man, Andre the Giant was fucking massive then.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
of course, the name, but like,
Yeah.
fuck, because he was looking up to him, and he's 6'7". It's crazy, man. No, airbags and safety systems are much better in the modern age. You could flip like 5 times and be okay, TJ. Just don't give up the will to live if you flip. That's all I'm asking.
Not enough of an SUV. That's the only way that I can make that work. My little Elantra, that Elantra can't flip. It's got one in it.
One flip?
Yeah, one flip. This is not Tony Hawk. I'm not going for points. All right?
Done. You hear the noise every time you
It's like,
flip?
cops pull up, they're like, damn, he got a high score.
He did a dark slide on the edge of the railing there.
I will say on a side note, because this man has earned a lot of haters. Earned is the key word in that statement. So he went to trial over a sex tape, and in the lieu of all that conversation, well, as we talked about over the top 5, he was the one that bust the union that Jesse the Body Ventura was trying to start.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Number 2, it came out. I don't know how these court cases work, but Jay Gruden caught shrapnel for Schneider's case, so I guess it happens. And he just did a radio interview where it was just like, man, I really hate that my daughter is dating. And he was a Dallas Cowboy, but it was just somebody that was African American, and he
You
stripped.
say black.
No, but he said the N-word, though.
No,
That's
he
what-
straight up said, like, why'd it have to be a N-word?
Right. To the point where it's a meme where if you look up like Hulk Hogan N-word meme, it's him writing the word N.
Yeah.
Like for someone who's about to say it. Like that's how bad it is.
Well, his son got into a car accident. I did not know this story. This was another radio interview, but Sean Ross Sapp was really quick to bring it up. That he was worried that his son lived a bad life and he would be reincarnated as a black person.
Oh
shit.
my God. Okay, yeah, that's
No, look, time out. The dating thing, I don't accept, but to some degree, I'm like, man, I expect that from some racist folk. Do you have a whole ass epiphany of being like, that motherfucker's gonna get reincarnated as a black man and I'm gonna hate him? That's wild. That's a wild concept.
because he lived a bad life.
You walked a long way to eat a hate-filled ham sandwich to make that.
Right? He made up his own lore
Bro, he
to
said,
hate black people.
he was like, I believe in a higher power.
Yeah, that's some D&D dungeon master type shit.
Right.
Like a racist dungeon master would pull.
Yeah, he's like, you got a
gotta be-
debuff, reincarnated as black. I'm like, that's not how that works, all right? Is that a debuff, all right?
Oh,
Man, that's
Jesus Christ, I'm actually flabbergasted.
so.
Like,
That's
to be honest, I'm surprised I haven't heard that. Like, dang, you better not be reincarnated as a black man. I'm like,
Hey, well, clearly you haven't heard Mormon scriptures. So.
that's
Yeah, they don't like black folk either.
He's definitely not Mormon.
Oh, definitely not Mormon, but no, Mormons have a weird thing with black folk too, where it's like they were bad, so their skin was made dark or some shit like that. So
it's not how that works.
yeah, don't quote me on it, but also don't really look into it. It's fine.
People don't like it takes literally, and I love to do this. People, it takes literally maybe because I am full disclosure, problemless religious person here. So I tell people,
Hey, I'm holy.
I tell people all the time. I'm like, look, if you want to check me, you want to check me on anything, I hate doing this to you. You know that if there any sort of Jesus or biblical scriptures are based in Mediterranean and around Egypt as well, so there's going to be some melanin folks primarily in the stories that you're reading.
But I've seen paintings, TJ.
Right, and he surprisingly looks like Cesare Borgia.
Was not in England. He was where the sun was. They talk about the desert. You're not light in the desert. You got some melanin. Whether you're Mediterranean, Arab, or anything in between, they got some color to them.
He had blue eyes and sometimes nipples and sometimes no nipples.
No blue eyes. He was brown hair.
You ever notice that on crosses?
But I've seen historically accurate paintings made by racists who were never there.
But Jesus was what? It's like, dude, it's the bare minimum is like, how can you rationalize? They tell you regions all the time. They give you regions. That's one thing in the Bible that is super, super on point. They're like, they give you regions.
Yeah, was it Moses that walked for 40 days and 40 nights, or whatever it was?
He wandered in the desert for 40 years.
And it was 40 years, and he only went like a couple hundred miles. He was like going in circles. It's like if you would have just knew where you were going, it would have took you like 4 years of walking. But nope.
I'm walking in the sun. Old school sun. To the sun with no shade.
No, but the old school sun was not ravaged by global warming, so it might have been fine. Like a super hot day for them.
I was about to say, if you wander for 40 years, at some point you got to hit winter, and that's not great.
Or winter's more dangerous in the desert.
Well, yeah, nighttime in the
They
desert.
got wool. They had wool. They invented warm clothes, so they would have been fine.
I'm just always confused by that. It always gets me riled up when they're like, when you start to be like, I don't like people of color. I'm like, if you fall into any camp of religion, then you have to. Fun fact, whether it's Buddhism or anything in between.
Hey, we talking about his friends were John, Paul. All of them were English names that Jesus hung out with. Okay, all of them.
I'm actually not very familiar with the Old Testament because I'm Catholic, so they just talk about like just repent and things will be cool.
Right.
But I've heard racist people. I don't know, like maybe you know about the Old Testament when they're like, "Oh, mud people," and then they just fucking exaggerate that to be like, "Oh, Native Americans, Mexicans, and black people are all brown, so they're the mud people."
I don't even know that Mexicans are in the what time out.
Now, hey, we're not in the Bible, but we do have a cool painting of a lady turning into Mexican woman Jesus, Mary, and then appearing to a guy and making him believe again.
No, I
That's
just
like
go
our
off,
whole thing.
I go off of region specifics, and I'm like, man, whenever you're trying to use that card for every other color in between, even black people, I'm like, they don't really mention too much about any particulars. They just say names and regions, and the regions have color. So suck it up. But off of that, great. If you ask me to be, if you're telling someone to not be reincarnated as a black man, well, you usurp all that. You usurp all logic.
Right.
Really, truly. If you're gonna, you know what? I'm gonna flip this on the head. If you're gonna make an insult, you're gonna be a racist. Be creative like this. be creative.
Make me say, wow.
Yeah, make me actually have to sit here and
Right.
because this is at me flabbergasted. I'm confused.
Right. Yeah.
But at least I'm confused. At least I'm not like, oh my gosh, like I'm angry.
Yeah.
Right.
But more so out of confusion, like what drove you to the point? That's layered. It's layers to this.
Yeah, like slurs are old hat. Yeah, I've been called this, that, and the other. But I want you to really come up with some shit that makes me think.
Oh, you
Poetry.
want us to come up with new slurs kind of thing?
No. Slurs are done. Like calling him a one word, wetback, yada, yada, yada. Like those things for us, like, okay, whatever, we get it. But being like, yeah, man, when you do bad in life, if you were to die, you come back reincarnated as a black person. Where it's like, that's more explanation than ever needs to be said on a deeply felt issue, apparently by him.
Because you went reincarnation route, which means like so many other
Like
things.
Buddhist? You
And I'm
went
like,
Buddhist a little bit?
So then now I have to check your practices with Buddhism,
Right.
And now I'm really confused.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't come after
Like,
me.
does everybody get reincarnated? Are there points? Is karma like a point system? Like, if you do enough bad, then it's like, I have 50 black points, or then I have like 30 white points, and then like 20 Mexican points? Where do Mexicans lie on that
Man,
chart?
Probably in the middle, honestly.
So that's not fair. But then, like, Indians are also our same color as us.
Oh,
like
they-
Native Americans and Indians.
I was about to make a racist joke. I
And
stopped myself.
like Muslims. we're like the median color of a lot. So like black people and white people are the only ones with like distinct color palette differences, and everything else is kind of like just some sort of tan.
Guess what? Your region helps define how you look and how you originate. Usually, if you're in a more or if your ancestors derive in more tropical and or hot climates, you're going to have a bit more melanin associated with you. And if you derive in more cold climates, you're going to happen to not have a lot of melanin associated with you. Now, there are some trans externalities and things of that nature, but ultimately, I don't think you can predict who gets reincarnated as a black man.
Right.
I just-
and that's just assuming reincarnation is real.
There's layers to that.
Yep.
But this reincarnation is not even in Christianity. So if he's a devout Christian, I don't think he'd come
he is.
back.
I don't think he is.
So what is he then? Then what does he truly believe?
Like, I've said
he's like
penguin, a rock, anything else, just as a black man. That's so particular.
Right. All right, real quick. If you're reincarnated, what would you want to be reincarnated as?
Can't be a human.
Can't be human.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just for the sake
I
of it.
wouldn't pick a human if I.
Marcus is like,
I'm taking a rich family.
great.
Now, time out.
he's like
family.
panda bear in a zoo.
No, I don't want to be that. They don't fuck enough.
That's fair. No, but that being said, there's a lot of people trying to get them to trying to get them laid.
Nothing in the ocean.
Nothing in the yeah.
That's
Too risky. There's always a bigger fish.
No, what if you're deep sea ocean? That's it. That's a game over.
I think I got an answer for that. A parrot. They're smart. They live a long time. They can fly and they can talk.
I'll do crow.
Oh, that's
The ones that also go. The one that goes hola.
Yeah,
Have you seen that
yeah.
one?
I also-
That guy's tight.
crows
also
and
bet-
ravens are smart.
Yeah, I also picked a bird. I picked a golden eagle.
Yeah.
It's a predator so successful, it lives in 3 continents, and in Asia they hunt wolves. Like,
Yeah. Have you seen videos of them dragging goats off of cliffs?
yes,
It's awesome.
Yeah. That's super cool.
anything where you're like a top predator, but not a top predator that humans go after. Like killer whales would like that'd be kind of cool. But then you're a dick to other animals.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to do
You're
that.
just like in a biker gang for your entire ocean life.
yeah.
God.
I think they also don't help you very much. Like if you're a child and you're like born with a wonky fin, it's like, well, guess you're drowning.
Time to die. Bite and then they leave you
Yeah.
to bleed out. Yeah.
Orcas believe in Darwinism.
Polar bear, they're running out of food.
Right.
That's a big
Yeah.
problem
They
with
live
those
a hard
guys.
And homes. Like they can't find ice. to be
Nothing in
homes.
the Arctic.
TikTok just showed me
or Antarctic.
TikTok just showed me a random thing because I didn't know. Well, I knew whales died. I didn't know that whales died and then they beached themselves in Antarctica, or not Antarctica, Arctic. And then polar bears eat them, and then the whale explodes like it does in the lower 48.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the polar bear explodes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
because they pop it while
Yeah, they're the ones that
there?
popped it.
Oh my god! Yeah, 'cause, like if you seen a beached whale, they're just filled with methane. They're just
Yeah.
expanding
Yeah,
all the rot and stuff.
And the first thing a polar bear does is go after the stomach because that's where the softest
tasty
bit,
bits are.
and then they explode.
I didn't know that polar bears were frequent casualties of beached whales, but
Not frequent, but enough that they've caught it on video.
enough that we're talking about it. How many polar bears are left? I mean, if
be fair.
if it happens to 2 of them, that's like what, 20% of the population?
Also, could you imagine going to the grocery store and having like 1 out of every 500 meals just blow up on your plate? It's like, oh man, I'm about to cut into this nice steak. Bah!
That'd be so frightening.
Right? It would make you not want to eat.
Killer whales also have once in a while they'll eat a moose.
And I've always wanted to do that.
You gotta avoid the crunchy bits on the head, though.
Well,
And then
mooses go underwater to eat seaweed,
Right.
And then
they got pointy heads, though. That would be a lot of. That's like eating.
probably not the part they eat.
That's what I'm saying. They probably gotta like spit out a lot of bones. No, I want to do bears that eat salmon upstream because apparently they've gotten so like there's so many salmon because of the farming and stuff to help them keep them alive that they only eat like the livers and then just leave the rest of it. So they're literally only eating the best part of the salmon, and I like all the other parts of the salmon. So if I'm a bear, I'm probably eating all their livers and living a happy life.
I'm taking some bird in Africa.
Which one?
I don't know.
Zazu.
Have you seen
That's the only bird in Africa I know. Leave me alone.
Have you seen secretary birds?
I know that.
Those things are
Flamingos.
badass. They
Yeah.
curb stomp snakes.
I want that.
There you go.
I
You Google that? I want to see that.
They look like dinosaurs. It's awesome.
When you think about like untapped nature, Africa's top of the list over there. So I'm like, if I have a bird out there,
Yeah.
at least I got some shit to do.
Yeah.
You know what? I pick bear. Nobody hunts bears.
No, they do hunt bears.
Who? Not in California.
People who need
I don't
better
know about
hobbies.
California, but I know in Alaska they hunt bears.
Yeah, I'm not being an Alaskan bear. I'm talking about like a brown or black bear.
They have brown bears.
As long as I can eat salmon. I want to eat salmon up a stream. That's all. And get videographs in slow motion.
Or a
That's
lemur.
what I want.
Or a lemur would be cool. They just get
Like
high off-
Zabumafu?
No, yeah, they just get high off of they get high off of bug poison.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that is an option. You could also get high. Like dolphins get high off pufferfishes. No, they play with pufferfishes
To get high.
They get high too. There you go.
They play with the toxin.
You're like, give me that spike, baby. Yeah, it's like,
Right?
Pass me that puff fish.
Right? They're microdosing needles.
Well, we're making a pit stop in UFC land because you guys told
I do
me.
like UFC.
Oh yeah.
You guys told me anytime something interesting happens, and guess what? Sean Strickland's back. He's fighting this weekend.
Why do you like UFC all of a sudden?
I don't. I like these stories that Marco shares with us.
What are these stories? I don't know who Sean Strickland is.
Well, before we get into Sean Strickland, we got to talk. Well, so the main event of UFC 297 is Sean Strickland and Duplessis. Duplessis is the first person from South Africa to ever fight for a UFC championship.
Okay.
It looks like that, huh?
Yep.
The guy on the right?
Yeah, the guy on the right is.
That guy totally looks African. Totally.
I mean, hey, we come in all shapes and colors and
Well,
sizes.
I do want to make a pit stop on this note.
I'm kidding. I have a lot of South African friends who are white. So.
Well, this is why I wanted
did
to make
atrocious
a pit
things.
stop. So there's several fighters that claim Africa, but Usman is from Nebraska, actually.
Okay.
Adesanya claimed China for a little bit, but Nicaragua, that is what it is. He's a weird guy.
Sure.
And the big heavyweight guy, I forgot his name, but he doesn't actually live in Nigeria either.
Okay.
Duplessis is the only one that lives in South Africa and trains in South Africa. So he's like, if I win, I count as the first African champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he born there?
He was born there.
Cool, counts.
I guess. Yeah.
Simple.
No, he's right.
I feel like he's a bad guy, though.
He, not really a bad guy, but just kind of, when he said that, Adesanya, who claims Nigeria and China,
Right.
said, if I take a DNA test, I know where my blood is from. If he takes a DNA test, it's not from Africa.
That doesn't count where you're from.
Yeah.
And you can be born somewhere and claim that identity. That's totally fine because you're born there and you're part of that culture. And even if you go there early, if that's all you know, that's all
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
And South Africa just happens to be, for better or worse, one of the more mixed regions of Africa. So it's not abnormal for him to be like, I want to be claimed as. Now, granted, we're at where the whole I hope it's not marketing perspective of I'm the first African champion. That's a different problem. But yeah, no, I mean, he's born, raised there.
It sounds like, and maybe I'm wrong. It sounds like he made that statement in an attempt to stir up shit.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. That's what UFC fighters do.
Well, that's all
true.
every fighter does. But,
That's true. Yeah.
On the other side of the equation, Sean Strickland is a really good boxer. Actually, he participated in some sort of scientific experiment where he wore a mouthpiece and he trained more than any other UFC fighter that was involved in the experiment and got hit less. He basically does a Mayweather type of Philly shell type thing. Duplessis, on the other hand, has like a 90% finish rate. He's KO'd 90% of the people that he's fought against. Duplessis has this weird delayed punch. So if you follow his shoulders, it's kind of like instead of it coming from, it's like a whip. It gets there later, and that awkward fighting stance has led to him knocking a lot of people out.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Well, and this is what we all came to see. Yes, he is a bad guy.
Okay, good. I'm not going to root for the South African. I'm sorry. Just based off of Elon Musk and apartheid, I can't really do it.
Well, there's all sorts of things that happen in shit talk. And Duplessis, just as a reminder, because last time I didn't play the clip. Now that the UFC event is this Saturday, I'm going to play the clip. And they always pick on each other, do all sorts of shit. Did Duplessis cross the line by saying this?
Talk to me, and I'm glad that you know you won't finish me. You won't even get close. But don't worry. There won't be enough
I don't gotta
time
worry
for you
about
to think
finishing you.
about.
Your coach will finish you in the back like you're fucking used to. Don't worry about that. You're gonna get fucking finished that night. Your coach got you.
Bro, why are you so angry? Bro, you think your dad beat the shit out of you? Your dad doesn't have shit on me. I'm gonna show you what it's like to battle you. I mean, every childhood memory you have is gonna come back when I'm in it with you. Every single one. The one where you lie in bed at night, where your
Here's the
dad
thing,
comes
man.
in and he beats the shit
I
out of
will
you.
take your fucking soul. You understand me, you fucking pussy?
Oh, he lost at that point.
Yeah.
That is a horrible thing to say. That is grade A shit talk.
That is, yeah. But that's the thing. If he gets knocked out, woo-wee.
Well, that's true of any shit talk. You got to back it up.
But the higher the shit talk,
Yeah.
the more come down.
You know the best part, Marcos? You've made me interested about everything UFC except the actual fighting.
That's not who won.
We'll find out this weekend.
I'll find out on Twitter who won in the 3-second knockout, and then punch him in the face and then the
But man, his career, look, I ain't got no bone in this fight, but his charisma on when you lay there at night, every memory that you had.
Well, no, he
Wow,
just
that's-
opened up about it on Theo Vaughn's podcast and teared up about it, saying like he was having a moment where he's like, "Yeah, I learned how to fight because my dad would beat up my mom," and he started tearing up on the pod, like, and it was a real viral moment that went up like last week or something. Like
That means, and that means
everyone saw the clip.
I think, and that's the important part. Like, I feel like UFC fighters, again, on paper, we saw them yelling in shirts, doing yelling without a shirt, doing some crazy shit. But they have to do research, you know?
Oh,
They have
yeah.
to like they're so much smarter than these layers give them credit.
Right.
We've got emotional intelligence. We've got research and in-depth.
Yeah.
It's very fascinating.
It takes effort to be this abhorrent.
It's like, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to shit talk, but I'm not going to go up there without at least looking at the facts.
Yeah.
But the only good thing about that is that, yeah, you actually have to fight somebody who says that shit to you.
Right.
Like if you, like one of you guys said that to me, I have to fight you guys. Like, that's it. It just has to happen. At least they get to fight in a place in a weight limit and time limit time. Because, Jesus Christ, man.
That man, attack trauma, that's a lot.
Trauma is a fertile ground for shit talk.
Right.
Well, he's still pretty mad about it to this day.
Actually sent him a message, and I was like, dude, listen, Dragus, we're going to go try to murder each other. But if you bring that shit up again, I will stab you. Press conference, weigh in. You bring that, like, I just told Dragus. Like,
You know he's going to bring it up.
No, he was cool about it. He was cool. But I mean, again, I'm not telling you I don't want to fight you, Drakus. I'm not saying you're not a good fighter. I'm just saying that that's a line that when crossed, it transcends fighting to, like, if I have, like, if I go to Canada and you bring that up, well, guess what? I'm going to go to jail. They're going to deport me. And then we spent 8 weeks of training for no reason.
Sounds like he just opened up like a playbook for this guy. It's like, oh, well, I don't have to fight him.
Sean Strickland actually has like a history of getting in people's heads for the most part, and this is the first time somebody has gotten his head. So we'll see how he handles that.
Yeah.
But I mean, pretty stand-up weirdo for the most part. Just bad politics. But I mean, what do you expect? He's white trash, and who will openly say he's white trash? So he's like, I'm learning, but yeah. The only cool thing that I'll say left about Sean Strickland is that just 2 weeks ago, when Drakus was trying to cut weight, he was in a firework war with other podcasters, just shooting Roman candles at each other.
And maybe I'm speaking out of pocket here, but I don't expect people who beat the shit out of each other for a living to be the most progressive folks around. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but
doing the other day?
Shooting like Roman candles at each other.
Firework
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, bro, I'm not doing that.
3 weeks.
yeah, like, does that shock me that he did that? No. He gets the shit kicked out of him for a living.
Probably missing a few brain cells anyway.
But he is emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
Right.
He has some nuance.
Until someone brings up some trauma.
Right.
And then that shit goes out the window.
He's
And then he
about
says,
to
I will stab you. That is not an emotionally intelligent statement.
and this is where I kind of think about your positioning and kind of how you want to play it. If I knew I was in a sport where trash talking and was so prevalent,
It's part of the game.
like I'm not one of the other athletes. Like, you could probably bring this up as like any other sort of sport, and you'd be all right. No one's gonna bring that up. But if it's such part of the culture, I'd probably be very careful on how I do interviews until I'm like completely retired.
Oh yeah, no, like doing this podcast, I can't get into combat sports. They'll be like, "You fucking peel your nuggets, you bitch," and I'd be like, "Don't tell anybody," and then my reputation would be ruined forever.
I
don't think that one would count.
I mean,
That was the one that came to mind. I'm just saying, what's the most embarrassing thing I've admitted on here? Plenty of things, I'm sure, but
You're mad about a squirrel? I don't know. That's worse than nuggets, really, because Chick-fil-A literally sells skinless nuggets.
oh, they meant skinless squirrels. I'm just like, no, I don't think that's edible.
Don't get my hopes up. You do
I'm
that.
about to have a
A new squirrel at
squirrel,
Chick-fil-A.
squirrel scarf pretty quickly here.
nah,
It's
dude,
gonna get cold.
you're gonna show up to your press conference in a squirrel outfit.
And I'm just gonna beat you up, and then I'm gonna disqualify myself because I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Don't you come up here like that!
Get my rolls.
But yeah, that UFC 296 this weekend, I'm going to watch it. I'll update you guys with how it goes. If anything fun happens.
Fuck Dana White as usual.
Well, yeah, he's not great.
No, you just have to say it. If we bring up the UFC, you have to let people know that Dana White's a piece of shit.
Well,
that's all.
I'm not going to remember their name, so when you tell us, I'm just like, is that the guy who made the abusive dad jokes? Is he the one who won?
Yes. Yeah. He's actually favored to win in Vegas right now.
Okay.
And he's like, no, the African one. I'm sorry.
But I mean, you could say that about any owner. Vince McMahon, piece of shit.
Absolutely.
I don't.
Yeah, fighting sports are just riddled with
Yeah.
tons of garbage.
Oscar
These
De La
are
Hoya's
people who
fine.
beat the shit out of each other
No.
for a living.
Oscar De La Hoya is pretty bad.
You know, that's the best. Like, it's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, like just anytime an irrational, it's like, oh, they do punch each other for a
Yeah,
living.
it was like when people got mad at Manny Pacquiao for saying some like what was like some like
Anti-LGBTQ, I think.
yeah, and like some shit against women at some point. It's like, did you expect Manny Pacquiao to be like this bastion of progressive politics?
You know what? I actually that goes into a whole thing where I just say, look, you got to taper your expectations.
The guy punches people in the face for a living.
I'm not saying you have to like him.
No, and
you have to
from like
taper expectations.
And like from a remote village in the Philippines, like progressivism didn't make it there.
Yeah.
Totally different culture. Not saying you justify it. You just got to
Right.
be like, I'm not expecting.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not expecting.
Don't be surprised and don't be disappointed.
It's like Bill Burr made a joke about this. It's like, can you believe one of the guys on Duck Dynasty said this racist slur? And he's like, yeah, I could totally believe it.
Right.
Like, no,
And
know
those
who
guys are
you're
a bunch of
talking
frauds anyway. You know that, right?
No.
Oh, they're a bunch of rich boys that grew out their beards on
Oh.
Duck Dynasty to cosplay as tough and
hillbillies?
crumble hillbillies. Tough and trouble hillbillies. Yeah. They're frauds. There's pictures of them without their beards and they're all clean cut.
Camera cuts off. Where's my Chardonnay?
Right. Yeah, they're rich kids, man. I learned that. I go, nothing is fucking real, dude. I hate all of this.
Tune in next week. Cut. Where's my rosé?
Where's my Mr. Pibb? I must have my Mr. Pibb. What do you
say?
None of that Dr. Perky shite.
I just don't toe the line, man. I don't toe the line.
Let me see.
At what point most athletes suck? People like
So he is kind of along the lines of what you're saying. He's like, this all means nothing. Like, this all have
he's
a right.
not me.
Uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not me. I don't get this whole I'm folksy hero shit.
That comes
he's
with-
fake too.
Well, you're from California. You'll never. Actually, he's from California.
He's a phony.
I stand by. That sounds like someone who gets punched in the face for a living.
Yep.
Well, he actually says that. And I
well,
was
that's
trying to
good.
find the clip, but I couldn't find it. But it was he.
He's self-aware.
He straight up says, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm nothing but a punching bag. I'm basically a prostitute. Think about it. I take off my clothes and abuse my body like I'm nothing special."
Hey, prostitutes don't abuse their body, okay?
Whoa.
They just I'm kidding. No, I'm not gonna finish that. I'm not gonna finish that.
Why does he say these things? Oh wait, he's right. Like he's literally claimed himself as white trash.
Yeah.
So again, my expectations.
Yes.
I'm not expecting
Yeah.
a scholar.
Appropriately tempered.
Yeah.
My expectations are.
Am I gonna go listen to him for facts? No. But will
He'll
I
literally
want to
say-
know what happened to him in this fight? Yes.
Yeah. Do I respect his talent as a fighter? Absolutely.
I don't.
Will I?
Fight me, bitch.
Could I?
Actually,
Do I begrudge people being entertained by his talents at fighting? Absolutely not. Will I turn to him for any of his opinions on anything that isn't fighting? No.
But does he fight podcasters? Is that what you're gonna Google right now?
no. Some fan tweeted at him when he was in Australia. I'm gonna see if I can find it. And in the middle of the press conference, the dude was like, "Oh, I'm looking for this guy that said he wanted to go a couple rounds with me," and he did. Like they fought for like 2 minutes. Oh, cool. So he will do that if you show
Well,
up.
let's do it because we need the views and the clicks. Also, he's not in my weight class. Get your weight up, little boy. All right.
Let's not start doing that.
Yeah,
Let's not start
Strickland, you
challenging
punk
people.
ass.
Let's not.
I'm your dad or whatever. Except the one that loves you and will give you treats.
Don't do that. Stop it.
What? I'm the nice version of his dad, okay? The one that didn't exist.
Are you trying to follow like the Jake Paul route to success? Or Logan Paul? Which Paul?
Both of them.
Both of them actually do it.
No, here's the thing. I'm actually fighting contenders in their sport. You're not fighting a bunch of old elderly has-beens in a sport unrelated to them. All right, hold on. Me and Maurice Jones-Drew, we're going to fight just slap box. That's going to be our fighting thing. Exactly. He's a full football player who's 20 years older than I am, and in a sport unrelated. That's how the Paul brothers did it.
Okay.
Only thing that really pisses me off, if we're giving people their due, is that Logan Paul is actually a pretty good fucking WWE wrestler. It's not fair, because he did high school wrestling, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And, like, I don't watch wrestling, but I'm like, wow, that's actually pretty impressive, man. Fuck that guy.
Well.
It's a pretty begrudging thing to admit that he's all right.
Well, I'm throwing-
And he kind of fucks up, though. He almost hurts a couple people every time.
I'm
though.
throwing down the gauntlet. I'm challenging Floyd Mayweather to thumb wrestling.
Let's challenge you to a reading contest. That you got it there.
Well, that's not fair. I write for a living and he can't read. That's not fair.
Triathlon skills. It's like first we fight, and then we write.
Academic decathlon. That's right. I want to take on I'll take Manny Pacquiao on an academic decathlon. All right, like from
He
heavyweights.
might win. I'm not sure.
From heavyweights, like when they did that whole like I want to race Manny Pacquiao in go karts. All right, that's what I want.
He'll challenge you to a Spanish competition, and then
He
what
doesn't
happens?
speak Spanish. He's Filipino.
Yeah, they speak Spanish in the Philippines.
What?
The Philippines are also a Spanish.
Yeah, but they speak
colony.
Tagalog, I believe, or Tagalog, whatever they say it.
There's multiple.
So
Manny Pacquiao doesn't speak Spanish.
I was about to say anywhere that's not America, they speak several languages.
That motherfucker don't speak Spanish.
You know how sad that makes me. So many other countries. You talk to anyone from Zimbabwe, motherfuckers just like trilingual. I'm like, I was like, Mom, when did you? How do you know French? I'm like,
Just go up the road to
confused.
Canada, and it's like they already need to know French because of Quebec.
Right.
some places French is their primary language. Weirds me out.
Well,
Weirds me out.
I'm glad we brought up.
He does speak Spanish. Whatever. Fuck you, Manny Pacquiao. Fine, that's only one element of our decathlon, all right?
But that's an element where you'd get 0 points.
No, I'd get some. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca, güey? She liked my Spanish.
Well, I'm glad we brought up academics because our next stop is college. So a dynasty has ended recently, several actually.
A lot.
We're going to talk about that. But first, Nick Saban has decided to retire from Alabama.
How old was he? Like 72 or something?
72, I believe.
Okay.
I did see
An acceptable age for coaches, not politicians.
that was the meme that I was going to bring up. Nick Saban and Bill Belichick deciding they're a little too old to do that. Mitch McConnell at 83 just being like, it's all gravy.
Oh, yeah. Had a stroke in the middle of doing his job.
Twice.
And he's like, I'm fine.
Hey, Gertz, what are you talking? Fuck Mitch McConnell. I hope he dies fast.
I mean,
Stop it. No, football.
it's
Back to Nick
Football.
Saban.
Hey, you're the one that brought it up.
Back to a man who has not suffered a stroke in public. Nick Saban.
Only minor ones.
I think it's crazy. You know that it was going to happen eventually.
Oh, yeah. I was
Right.
surprised, though.
But I mean, it's still a surprise when these things sort of happen.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm surprised he didn't do it sooner. To be like, I get it. Like when you're, it's a weird one. When you're successful at your role, you want to maintain it for as long as you can.
Right.
But you're rich. Go be rich.
Right.
I've never understood. Like, if I'm rich at 60, I'm done.
But you know what? Like, what rich dudes really like? They like being better than other rich dudes. And I think that's
It's like
what
I'm rich and talented.
Right.
Yeah.
He's collected a handful of rings and he can flaunt
Yeah.
that for the
I was
rest
about
of
to
his
say,
days.
like, if you were 65 and had the chance at a national championship, wouldn't you still try?
Well, I mean, I guess it's something to do.
Yeah.
Right. That's all this is. This is all a big game to him.
I mean,
Literally.
It's literally a game.
Literally a big game
I
to
mean,
him.
I do think that it's a factor. The transfer portal now exists, and he's like, "Nah, dude, I'm
Well,
fucking
that's what I was
tired
gonna
of it."
say. I was gonna say like this is the last of traditional college football because of all these NIL deals, which is not a bad thing. I think these kids should get paid, but like of having powerhouse teams where they stay powerhouses because they develop talent over the course of 3-4 years, red shirts, all that stuff. So having him be like, all right, I'm out when the age of the transfer portal with Dion, and Dion trying to do his thing where it's strictly just getting these guys money deals for watches and shit like that, and also being able to be like, I like that quarterback. Let me go ahead and woo him with money, essentially. So as much as I don't like him, I don't like Alabama. They can fuck right off because they're Alabama. It is just one of those things where it's like, yeah, there's not too many old guys left that do that or that have done that, I should say. Like I don't know the other classic college football guys that were on his level or even close.
Well, Harbaugh's there, but we will talk about him later.
Oh, yeah.
No, this is such an interesting kind of
Dynamic.
especially nowadays, as you mentioned before, with the transfer portal, which I think they need to fine tune a little bit, a lot of it actually, because I don't want it to be like the
So
NBA.
I understand that.
Right.
I was about to say,
getting
like,
to.
I do understand the argument that they should be paid, and I'm like, sure.
Right.
But the thing that I don't like is that you can transfer at any moment. So you can take money in September and then be gone in October.
Oh, really?
You can
Yeah.
leave at any point. That's the part that needs to kind of like,
Yeah.
because players are transferring after the season was over, and they're like, I'm not going to be part of the bowl game. I'm going to leave. And then I think it was a coach of Florida State that was arguing, if you're in the transfer portal, but you're still at the college, you should, because you're still signed up for a semester.
Yeah.
You should be eligible to play in the game.
Yes. In a weird way, like the semester is kind of like a contract that you're fulfilling.
Right.
Yes.
So
They've just got to lock down some of the rules and protocols around it. Like it's
Right.
there. I'm happy they've given the players power.
yes.
But don't forget, these are college students.
right.
And you need to also still have, like, there has to be a little bit of a balance in terms of how they're proactively doing that, because it's also, you don't want to encourage a generation of prima donnas going into the NFL.
What? Prima donnas in football? No way. It's unheard of.
I think
We've already seen Khalib Williams trying to make demands of like who can draft me and who
Right.
cannot
No,
draft me.
people, Eli Manning held out. Like, they're all prima donnas. They're
was
good
the-
enough to be.
that was the Chargers. That's different.
I understand. Well, no, one thing I didn't understand it. I fucking hate the Chargers. That was a smart move by him, career-wise, at the end of the day. But the idea is, there's always going to be prima donnas, and here's the thing: they're young men that don't know any better, and that's okay as long as they have the resources that they can have somebody around to help them finance their money. I think that should be a part of teams that allow their students to get NIL deals, which is all of them. But like, they should have like a fucking money handler on staff for the kids, so they can help like manage their money and not make stupid, outrageous demands like, I want to be taken first overall, or else I'm not going to play, and ruin their whole lives because NFL don't fuck with them like that.
But Khalib doesn't want to be taken. He doesn't want to play for the Bears. That was
Right.
his.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like,
Which
there's got to be
sucks because
somebody.
the Bears are set up for success. He should want to go there.
Right. Well, he can take the pay cut for being a 5th round pick as opposed to first overall.
I mean,
that's fine.
But you brought up a good point, TJ, and I'm curious about it because comparing the transfer portal to the NBA, because I think player empowerment in the NBA has gone too far, where I think it's hurt the product. I think it's hurt the league and the NBA itself. It's bad for fans.
Right.
So I'm curious. Do you think the transfer portal might have the same effect?
Yes, it will. 100%.
Usually, like, and look, I think what makes sports the best is when you're rooting for a team. We're going to talk about them later and say what you will about this person. Cowboys don't usually change up quarterbacks.
No, they don't.
And I like that because I'm like, cool, at least there's like a name and a franchise. You can hate the franchise, you're going to hate the names, but you're like, cool, there's these two. And when you build up that franchise, there's usually other names associated with that. But that sort of layer in football is what makes it so interesting to watch, because you're like, I want to see how this team is going to calibrate and kind of realign. When you have neuter quarterbacks, it's a little bit more shaky. But, like, hey, people have known that Jordan Love's going to be taking over the hump for a while. And you're like, cool, I want to see him taking to the spotlight. He's filling in shoes. Like, there's a sort of nature that comes with whenever you're holding up that franchise. To a bigger extent, that college is like, you're locked, like, you're supposed to be locked in for 4 years, quote unquote. Usually that way.
Right.
And it's like, oh, this is our quarterback for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, they got a set timeline. It might be 3 if they go to the draft early, but you're kind of associated with that error, right? Is it for Texas? There's plenty of errors like that. For a lot of college sports, it kind of aligns that way.
Yeah.
I don't mind there being an option for a transfer portal. Hey, give these kids an opportunity to go showcase and show out. I think it's just a lot loosey-goosey at the moment. To where, like, you know, you can kind of do it on the fly.
It's too new for there to be really any regulations for it at this point. That's what it sounds like. And to your point, like, again, going back to the NBA, like, who do you think are the most beloved active NBA players right now?
Probably LeBron.
Steph, LeBron.
I'm glad you said Steph first.
Luka.
Steph is the only definition to me of that.
Yeah.
Luka.
I would say, because I think LeBron's divisive, but I think, like...
But that's because he's great. And I think greatness is divisive. And he's, you know...
I think LeBron, though, has hit old man status, where it's just like, well, he'll be gone soon. Enjoy him while you can.
Right.
But my point being, like, I think the most beloved active players are Steph, Luka, Giannis, and Jokic, and they are all ride or die with their teams.
Right.
I think one of the things people hold against LeBron,
the Milwaukee guy.
Giannis.
Yeah.
That's Giannis. So I think one of the things people hold against LeBron is that he jumped from team to team a lot.
Right.
So people like their stars to be homegrown. It's one of the reasons why people love Kobe and Jordan so much.
Right. And Harden had that for a long time
With the Rockets, even though originally he was on the Thunder, he
Right.
became a star on the Rockets,
Right.
and then became a ride or die with the Rockets until he.
And that's why Kevin Durant, as good as he is,
No one-
just nobody.
no one
no one
respects Kevin Durant
beloves.
like that.
He's not beloved.
He is beloved by Tommy.
Sure.
Tommy loves him for the reason people with sense dislike him. Tommy's like, I like that. I like that he talks shit to 13-year-olds online.
I feel like, for some reason, when he said that, it felt like a trivia question. What person does Tommy revile that most people really don't like? Hey.
I've argued about Kevin Durant with Tommy before,
Right.
on multiple occasions.
He likes Draymond. I just stopped listening.
Oh, I know.
I like Draymond until you realize he's just a big old fucking wuss.
He's a huge wuss.
When you look at him, you're like, oh man, physical basketball, that's what you like.
Yeah.
Then like 10 years later, you're like, dude, stop choking people. It's not cool.
We played his greatest hits last time.
Yeah.
Was it literally punches in the
greatest
face?
hits,
Yeah,
It was like 2 minutes of dick kicks and
right.
slaps
Like
and
go fight a
scratches.
fan in the streets or in the stands like Ron Artest, okay? Just do that.
To your point, right? I
Yeah.
think that there is just you want to think of a name and you want to think of the franchise that they resonate with.
Yeah.
And it's fine if to me it's just have a stint. Have a long stint and then
Yes.
before, like Tom Brady. Definition of it, right? No one was mad that he went to the Bucks.
No, he wanted to stay because it came out that he wanted to stay in New England. And Bill Belichick told him no.
Well, that's the next subject. But
Yeah.
I will drop this right now. One of the reasons that Kraft was like, we need to push Bill Belichick out was Bill Belichick was like, Tom Brady can't play anymore. And then
Well, we've seen how Bill Belichick is as a talent evaluator.
Thank you,
Not
Darth
good.
Rabbit.
95? No way.
Oh, thank
but
you.
to go back to the original conversation about the transfer portal, I do think that you probably should stay there. That at least for the year, if they pay you. There's also been cases of people taking their money and then just being like, I actually don't want to play football. Peace, because you can't. They can't take the money away once you get it.
Yeah.
Can I sign up for the transfer portal? Sounds like great, dude. I can promote myself as something. The oldest college
You're
football
too
player.
old to play football, and you're not. There's been
No, he's not.
Can I go to graduate school? Does that count?
No,
as
don't forget that kicker that had like
eligible?
3 kids.
Right. Hold on. Do I lose eligibility if I went to a school that didn't have football and or it's a master's degree?
Actually, I don't think you do.
Can I get another undergrad? Is that illegal?
I actually think he can technically play if he didn't use any of his years of eligibility.
Fuck yeah, let's fucking do this.
College is hella weird.
That being said, I mean,
San Diego State, let's go.
I mean, even at San Diego State, you'll be running into 325-pound Samoans that can run 4-second 40s.
That's fine.
Not if he plays quarterback like Timmy Chang.
I just need to get an NIL deal from some local bakery or something, and I'll take the money and then run. Okay, that's it. That's all. Get some student loans. That's it. I'll be fine.
That being said, I just want to hit this note that it's really funny to watch Texas A&M have so much money, have so much NIL money, and they still suck.
Oh, they got like mafia money, like those boosters.
Yeah.
Those guys are crazy. They're like shady, dark oil people, like Blackwater type people. That's like here's an NIL deal for $500,000. Don't worry about it. And these kids still are not very good.
That being said, Alabama got their new coach already. It's Washington's guy, Michaela's dude. So that's pretty funny.
Oh, Michaela's dude, relax.
But she went to Washington.
I'm kidding.
You're coaching Bama?
Nah, I'm kidding. Good for him. That's probably the most. I wouldn't want that job. Fuck no, filling in back. I want the next.
Nick Saban.
Yeah, I want the next role.
Championship now.
I was about to say he's not going to be as good. He doesn't have the Nick Saban like.
And he also doesn't have.
No, people left. Like literally, they said like people who transferred out of Alabama were like, it's 100% because Saban left.
Yeah,
Right, I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna. And that's the thing. That's all it was. Is that now Alabama's gonna be a poverty franchise, and we're gonna be happy about it.
And
they're
people-
not going to be a poverty.
No
franchise.
one's gonna go to Alabama if Nick Saban's not there. If they're not producing the wins that they were winning a championship every other day.
there's going to be a slow decline. Even the Patriots had a slow
Oh,
decline.
that was pretty quick, actually.
No, they were still.
Patriots decline after Tom Brady left
They were still in the playoffs that next year.
and did what?
Nothing.
Oh, they got blown out by the Bills.
Right.
Like everyone else except Kansas City.
Right.
We also will talk about that.
yeah.
Let's talk about those things.
Keep it moving.
Fuck you, Nick Saban. Good riddance.
I respect Nick
What?
Saban to a degree because he's like,
What?
I got no beef with Saban.
yeah, I know.
I do. He's from Alabama. Nothing
He's
good has
not
ever come
from
out of Alabama.
Alabama. Martin Luther King came from Alabama.
I like his mustache, man.
He didn't come from Alabama.
Montgomery, Alabama. Yeah, or no, he did his finest work. Some of his finest work came out of Montgomery, Alabama. Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Coaching life.
Hold on. What was better in Alabama, Nick Saban or Martin Luther King's Montgomery, Alabama speeches? Go.
I'll take it. I'm not going to go near this one.
So another dynasty died, kind of. I say dynasty because he really hasn't done anything in 3 years. Bill Belichick has also been pushed out.
Good riddance, you fucker, again.
He was politely fired. It was
They had a mutual agreement conversation,
Right.
which I agree that you shouldn't be here. And you're mutually going to get the fuck out.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
I agree that you should leave.
We can do this one of two ways. I could either fire you, or we could have a parting of ways.
Right. An amicable release or
Yeah.
party out. Or what they used like a specific term
Yeah.
that was very gentle. It was like,
Yeah.
we've amicably decided together as a couple we're getting divorced. I mean, Bill, you're leaving.
And can I, this is just a little sidestep, stop trying to think Bill would ever come to the Cowboys. It wouldn't happen.
No, he would
Not
not.
with Jerry Jones
He
as
would
the
want-
lead.
That's
no.
what I'm saying. I'm like, it's just, no.
That would require Jerry Jones giving up GMing, and he won't do that.
Right.
We have a vice president, an executive president of personnel. Well, it's technically the GM, but
What teams do you think would be interested in Bill? I think Philly.
the Falcons have
Falcons
been
already
confirmed.
interviewed him.
Falcons. I don't think he'd go there.
No.
Well,
I saw this.
We'll talk about them in a bit.
Yeah.
Well, but like that's well. First of all, just going to Bill Belichick. One, I hate him. Two, I'm glad the Patriots' downfall is nigh. Like Gerard Mayo is the replacement coach now.
Yeah.
that is correct.
Former player for them as well, I believe.
I have to like them. That's black excellence.
Sure.
And credit to
know what?
Bill. That was one of the things
I was about
he
to say,
wanted
like, once
like,
Voldemort leaves, you're okay to like them.
No,
like,
no.
I don't hate the Packers now that Aaron Rodgers gone.
I hate
That's true.
Boston.
I don't either. I kind of like him now.
No, 'cause
Hey, man, I was a Jordan Love fan until yesterday. 2 days ago.
Too much black excellence. Too much black
I kind of regret advocating for Jordan Love last year.
Look.
That shit came back to bite my ass, bro.
Because here's what you're not understanding. We'll get to the other stuff real quick, but here's what you're not understanding about the Patriots fans. All these little fucking kids have grown into adults with the Patriots winning every other fucking year. And now that they're not going to be even close to winning, they're just going to be bitching about the past forever. They're going to be the new worst, most annoying fucking people. They're already the worst. They're already super racist against other teams. They already throw snowballs at players and shit. They're bad people, the people of Boston. They're not
I was about
good.
to say, it was actually Buffalo that threw a snowball at the Steelers so he wouldn't catch the ball.
It was at the ball.
Which I respect.
Yeah. No, you expect that from the Bills, and theirs is whimsical and fun.
Fucking snowball at the ball?
Yeah.
To try to throw it off
We're
course,
a team whose head coach walked in the middle of a field during a game to stop a touchdown. Remember that against Baltimore?
What are you talking about? He was just looking at the scoreboard leg.
Yeah. It was about as subtle as a brick to the face.
Right. I'm just saying.
I like the Steelers.
That's what made me go from liking Tomlin to loving him. Because it was against the Ravens. And that back then I hated the Ravens.
Bro, speaking of Tomlin walked out in the middle of an interview. He literally got a question.
He said, I'm not even entertaining this shit. I'm out of here.
They just do what they want. It's funny.
But just watch out for those fuckers. That's all I'm saying. Because they're going to get real annoying real quick. Because they literally grew up from children to now 18-year-olds, 19, 20-year-olds. And they're not going to win anymore. The Patriots were a poverty franchise, and then Belichick, Brady won all them Super Bowls, and they're never going to win a Super Bowl ever again. They're the new Bills. They're the new Browns. I'll call it.
I was about to say, the Browns fans are kind of cute until Deshaun Watson appeared.
Deshaun Watson ruined the whole vibe of that team.
I really
Flacco brought it back, baby.
But here's the thing. I couldn't root for Flacco because if he went all the way, Deshaun would still get a ring, and I can't have that.
Oh, dude, I would love that. Would be like a monkey's paw wish. Like by Deshaun, I wish I could win a Super Bowl ring, and then he wins it because of Flacco.
He's making $1 billion. He's fine and a piece of shit. We know this.
But every time he looks at that ring, he's just gonna be like, I didn't earn this.
You're acting like he has a soul. He's not real cool. He diddled 20 some odd people. But he's not real people.
There's a big difference between 25 and 55.
Well, I think it was closer to 25. But like, I don't want to slander the guy. I don't want to get sued. But like, shit, man. So like, I'm just saying, get rid of him. The Bills go back to being whimsical and fun like they were before.
The Browns.
Browns. I'm sorry. Yes. What did I say?
I'd like the Bills if they got rid of Josh Allen.
Fuck you. Josh Allen's great.
I mean, it's funny because
I can't tell who you like and don't like. I thought you hate everyone.
We'll get
By
to
the way,
it.
I'm surprised. I'm arguing with so many Josh Allen supporters. I'm like, this guy is not the bee's knees.
He's Central Valley's finest. I think he's from Lemoore, California, which is the Central Valley where I'm from. And he throws the ball like he doesn't give a shit, and I kind of like that.
There were 3 should have been interceptions that I counted in that Steelers game. And Josh Allen's entertaining to watch. I'll give him that. I thought Colin Cowherd said it the best, where it's like, he's great television. And that's true.
Right.
You don't know if he's going to throw like 3 incredible passes again and maybe go like, holy shit.
Well,
then he'll throw 3 terrible ones. You're like, what the fuck?
I just get thrown off because they feel like they treat him like he's the second coming of fucking quarterback Christ. And I say,
he's not
no.
Patrick Mahomes. That's who they treat his second coming of
His
Christ.
peaks are awesome.
No, they don't. They don't give Josh Allen any shit, and he had more. He had 18 interceptions this
They
year.
don't give Mahomes any shit. Ever.
Well, Mahomes isn't playing
Mahomes.
bad.
Now, if you watch those games, it's not Mahomes' fault. Except for the Raiders game. The Raiders game was on him.
That's true. He played badly that game.
You can't blame everything on Kadarius Toney, even though it's so easy to do. All right.
Did you see it? Yeah. I was like, they've had him inactive for 3 games.
And Travis Kelce's in love. He's trying to get the season over.
I can blame him too.
I don't know. He dropped a lot of balls this last game. But I'm saying
I can blame all of his receivers.
You can't blame him because he's in love and he dropped a few balls because he wanted to go home.
I can blame him for having a podcast.
Oh, that's I hate. Yeah,
I'm annoyed by that.
I'm not a fan of any of those.
Well,
active athletes having a podcast.
Yeah, let a bunch of dorks like us mention about football where we haven't played beyond the high school level.
I don't mind. Oh, I think
who was the player? I know this was a subject a couple of days ago that some player was like, these overweight white podcasters giving me too much shit.
It's a former Steeler, but I forget his name.
Yeah, I forgot who it was. But hey, we're a bunch of overweight, ethically diverse people here. All right? And the one white guy's not that big. All right, it's quite average sized. Dare say a little skinny.
For sure.
I would say that with the podcast thing. I didn't mind the Kelsey brothers because they kind of like led the pack, like they were doing it, and it was kind of their thing. And so I don't try and give them shit.
They better fucking win.
But yeah, you gotta get those W's.
You can't lose ever. If you
I don't like Micah having a podcast. Like,
I don't like it either. I'm like, Micah, like, what the fuck?
Get the fuck off, because I don't want you talking about the Cowboy stuff. That said, when it comes to just, time out. Where are we?
We were still supposed to be talking about Bill Belichick, and Sam actually layered it, personed it by saying, where should he end up? I think he goes to Washington, actually.
I don't.
No, that's a dumpster. Too much of a dumpster fire, even for him.
Yeah, so much of a dumpster fire, they'll give him all the keys to the kingdom, and they have a number 2 or 3 draft pick.
What about the Panthers?
No, too much. No, they have Bryce Young. They won't let him get his quarterback that he wants.
That's true.
Also,
not the Chargers.
What?
I don't think the Panthers deserve anybody.
It's not about what they deserve.
Who else has a vacancy? I feel like we're missing one.
There's a lot of vacancies right now.
Not the Raiders.
It could be
Definitely
not
the Raiders.
It could be
Seattle also has one.
Yeah, I was about to say the right now the hot thing is firing your coach because there's so many good coaches available.
Yeah. This coach carousel's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Seattle might be a good landing spot for him.
But I actually, and again, crucify me if I'd like to.
He doesn't want to move that far.
I'm a big person of, fuck these old coaches. Get some new shit. Let's get some new. Get some new names in there. Except Vrabel. Vrabel's younger. Right?
Vrabel's 48. He's pretty young for a head coach.
Like I can live with Vrabel being around. Everyone else, fuck that.
Roja coming in clutch. He denied Washington already.
Oh, nice.
He said
What'd I say?
no.
Yeah.
What'd I say? Poverty. Stadium.
But also, he's older. He wants somewhere warm.
Racist ass
I could see him going to Philly.
Somebody said Atlanta. Philly has not officially fired their coach yet, but we'll get there.
I heard someone sum it up very well, where Philly has fired better coaches who have fucked up less.
we will get there. The next subject is who is the bigger dumpster fire. But just to stick to Bill Belichick, I mean, I thought everyone was saying the Commanders. Broha already said that's not what's happening. So Atlanta, maybe?
Maybe Atlanta.
I think Atlanta's the just only fit.
He also might just wait. He could just wait.
Right.
He
Take a year off.
He could pull a Sean Payton and wait, and then go to a team and be disappointing.
Oh my God, man! Talk about a guy who's about to get fired.
I thought Sean Payton's doing okay at cleaning house right now.
They're doing okay, but
I do think that it's a bad decision to eat $85 million to not play Russ.
I thought they'd make the playoffs.
I thought so too.
Yeah, so I was disappointed.
Hey, whoa! Playoffs don't mean anything, right?
No,
I was about to say,
dude, the Steelers made the playoffs and the Broncos didn't. That's disappointing.
Right?
No, it's not. They'll have a playoff coach.
Who was it?
He hasn't won a playoff game in 7 years.
Was it
TJ.
Shannon saying?
Don't talk to me about
how many losses you avoided.
Oh,
it's about winning.
It's not about not losing. It's about winning, and I fully agree.
Hey, I feel you.
Yeah.
On a spiritual level. All right. I understand. So we're just fucking two different colors of the same bullshit. All right.
I won't go that far.
Fucking. I know what it's like.
Yeah, but I mean, Gertz is a Steelers fan. Never thought they were going to win a Super Bowl. You did.
Why did you believe?
Well, no, this year was probably the most I've bought into the hype.
You know what? I'll give you that. I bought into it a little bit too. I thought if they played the Niners in the playoffs, I thought the Cowboys would win that game.
Not the Niners.
But this was.
I think someone.
Are we? Can we transition? Can we transition into this one?
All right. Bill Belichick. We'll see where he ends up.
I don't care. I hope he ends up in the retirement home.
So we
I
have.
don't want to see him
the
anymore.
Titans have a vacancy.
Yeah, that's no.
He won't go there.
That's also another place they can start from zero.
Yeah.
But anyway, to move on, who is
We
the
had
bigger
some losers.
Well, we had a lot of losers. But this primary story is about the NFC East. Wanted to play this clip because it legit made me really sad.
The Lions.
Yeah.
Chelsea watching. Who knows what his future is?
That was rough to see on TV.
Well, he's not leaving injured, and he's going out on. I wouldn't say it's a low note. You're just in playoffs. You're good. Like, not everyone can be on a super. I get it. Yes,
he came back for a specific reason
to win a Super Bowl.
Yes,
and I think they were. It sucks to be the Super Bowl runner-up and come back to lose in the playoffs.
And
but
humiliating fashion.
Humiliating these last few weeks.
Yeah.
But I would say there's worse ways to go out.
Oh yeah.
Speaking on my team real quick, because we'll get to the Philly. Because to be fair, I feel like the Eagles and Philly have the same problem where on paper it doesn't fucking make sense.
No, the Eagles had an amazing roster, and they're under cap. And anytime somebody became a free agent, the Eagles somehow ended up with them all the fucking time.
I thought we were on him now. It's about Kelsey.
He wants to focus on his team.
No, because he brought up the subject. So
yeah,
because he brought up the like when it comes to the Cowboys situation, this was just a full on collapse. Not just an offense. Like, I can live with because if as much as I hate to say this, I can look and be like, fine, offensive collapse.
Yeah, the defense, man.
The defense did not make a single stop.
You see that catch by that one Packers receiver?
Yeah, and I was like, where is that?
I understand that there's literally the most open a player has been all year.
I literally texted, I go, how? And you're like, what? I go, how is this happening? How is this so open? And then they showed why, because the linebackers drifted together. But still.
And I feel like all throughout the season, this has kind of been an issue that they didn't want to address. We don't have the beef in certain positions to really pressure home and make that defense cohesive.
Need more cake.
I don't, and I mean this as my best way possible. The last few weeks have been a Dan Quinn showcase of failure. It's like in a few games, in the last few games, whether it's I'll go beyond the Washington game. Detroit Lions and the Miami Dolphins were both games that were defined last drive by the defense couldn't get a stop.
That's true, yeah.
And the not saying that the offense played fantastic the entire time, but what they went to do was, hey, that got them to a touchdown, got them in a position to where they were above. And all you need is your defense to make a stop. And neither time did they make a stop. And that should have been the red flags of what the fuck's happening. Our defense can't make a stop. Washington's not a good litmus test. Now with the Packers. And this is why I'm not putting all the blame. Don't get it twisted. Dak's and his catching these hands in a second.
Oh, there's enough blame to go around.
Yeah, there's enough blame to go around. But Dak catching these hands in a second. But my thing is, fine. I can't look at a quarterback and be like, fuck you. This is the game where you're playing the worst. This is the worst game you've had in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Cool. Complimentary football means your defense has to step up and put a position to win. And that's what's supposed to happen. And that didn't happen at fucking all. Nope. Special teams played. The one other thing I said in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
The one other thing I said in the chat was, did my kicker, who's been perfect all season, just miss a kick? At the moment that kick hit the thing, I said, no, we're losing. There's no way we're winning.
I said, that's Dak's fault.
That's just kidding.
And it was. There's Dak's fault.
There's no way that we're winning if our kicker fucking misses a kick.
That was after a 2-point attempt too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That got called back.
Left a bunch of points on the board there.
And
then
then
come back.
And then offensively, motherfucker, we don't have a run game. So we're throwing 50 fucking attempts out there, and it's like, yeah, 50 attempts, 2 are gonna get caught. But also we're forcing, it felt forced. It felt very, what was weird was the defense was playing in zone when we were a man-based team, for the first half of the game.
Well,
and I was and they literally called that out. They're like, Dallas is normally man. Why the heck? Why are they doing zone? And they're playing super soft coverage.
I heard someone say, and these are the conspiracist weirdos on Twitter, but they were like, is Dan Quinn throwing this game on purpose specifically for that?
I heard that too. It's like, why is he doing this?
And that was my because the offense took a while to get anywhere. They didn't get cooked until maybe third quarter, and you're losing the game at that point.
Yeah.
But weirdly enough, I was like, there is something, even when the defense plays bad, there's something erroneously bad.
Yeah.
Formation and sort of actual strategically at fault that just felt completely wrong, because the moment I was like, dude, we never play zone. Literally, we never play zone. We're always man. Yeah. We're always in your face because we're going for because we play soft. We're going for interceptions.
Yeah.
So, and the DBs were really soft on coverage. There was so much space everywhere that, man, if I popped on any conspiracy, I'm like, the defense threw the game in terms of just letting it get to that point.
Yeah.
Offensively, yes, Dak had 2 picks. Playoff Dak came back.
Pick 6.
Figure the shit out. Figure the fucking shit out.
I will
Because
say
you
on
can't
that
force
pick
it.
6, I've never seen an offensive lineman run so hard to try to stop that.
Bro, he was moving. He was moving.
He was trying really hard.
My problem with that was, again, it goes back to a fundamental thing where I'm gonna be angry at Dak for throwing that pick. But how many did you see how many pass attempts motherfucker had to have in the game?
Oh, yeah, a lot.
It was
couldn't run the ball.
You couldn't run the ball at all, and we didn't try and solve that problem. I'm not saying Pollard's bad. Just no help. We have 2 finesse running backs.
Yeah.
We have great receivers. We still need time. We can't just rely on the pass every time. And this was a game where it's like, cool, let's get the run game going. And if you're going to get the run game going, then we need running backs to do that. I think we leaned too conservatively at the start. We have an owner who comes over the top and says, your coach's job is on the line per game, and now you got Mike McCarthy calling plays like he's a fucking idiot. It's just
no, he was always a fucking idiot.
it's a holistic collapse that I don't think any side can get more blame on the other. I think it's just the team didn't look right yesterday from all perspectives of the ball, and even uncharacteristically bad on the defensive side that we had there was issue we didn't address, but then you're just switching things for no fucking reason.
Or
Yes, sir.
Green Bay's a real deal. And
this is not discounting.
No, but
they
you're
look
saying,
good.
but you're saying the defense was doing this and that they were getting open, and the schemes that they were running effectively.
I will say I don't know how effective it was at a certain point, just because the defense was not trying. They didn't have any heart out there.
Yeah.
Literally, Jimmy Johnson yelled at them through the TV as best as it goes. And he's like, I'm not even coaching this team, but I'm offended.
He was like, I can't say what I'd say in the locker room.
Yeah.
You bunch of slurs, just a bunch of Southern Texas slurs.
Not Southern, because then it would be in Spanish. But the only thing that I can say is, at least for the first drive, because I thought it would be competitive. Usually when Dallas loses, because when they were 14-0, I was like, oh, Dallas is going to come back and lose in their old-fashioned fourth quarter way. Nope. Was wrong by that.
No.
Also, the way Green Bay called that first drive was a way to just tear up Dallas perfectly.
No, the play calling from Green Bay was immaculate. It felt like they opened up a playbook that they couldn't do with Aaron Rodgers because Jordan Love's got a little more movement to him.
Oh yeah, he's more athletic than like a 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers.
And he's not seeing triple and double because he's secondhand high off of ayahuasca. You know.
I mean,
I think Green Bay is scary now, Labaro. I actually disagree with you there. The thing is, like, because football is any given Sunday. They could beat the 49ers
they
this week.
could. I would be surprised.
I wouldn't put money on it,
No.
but they could.
I'd be surprised, but I'm not writing them off.
Yeah.
Because Jordan Love, I mean, I saw one stat, like in like his last like 6 games, he's like, or no, like he's like, I'm not sure how long the stretch is, maybe 7 games. He's like 20-1 TD to interception ratio.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
He's been playing incredibly well.
And I called it out before the game. I was like, this is a trap.
Yeah.
The Green Bay Packers, they have all the equipment to be right. They're just a younger team, so it took a while to get that gelling going. But the moment they got off to the races, they've looked really good. Yeah. It's not like they have a bad team or they just have a young team.
Yeah, their team is very young.
And someone put it best. It was like the Green Bay Packers went through this week, and this is the difference. And I don't know how the Cowboys are going to fix this. Green Bay Packers went this week without any pressure. Not a single ounce.
That's true.
Right. Somebody said that the Packers are too young to realize they're supposed to lose this game.
Yeah.
Well, you know?
Well, there's another podcast I follow, Grossi's podcast, and he's a Packers fan, and he was saying that we're playing with house money. It doesn't matter where we win or we lose, because if we lose, we're the 7th seed. The 7th seed always fucking loses.
Yeah. The 4 years it's been a thing.
Yeah. And if we win, it's like, well, that only just means our star is going to be higher next year, and we have so much to build on, even if we lose this weekend in the divisional round.
It was historic, literally. Yeah. This has never happened before.
Yeah, the 7th seed has never won before.
Yeah, thanks Steelers. But
are you perennially the 7th seed in the AFC?
We were the 7th seed in this playoff.
But last year you were also the 7th seed, weren't you?
We did 5.
We didn't make the playoffs last year, I don't think.
I thought you did.
No, yeah, they didn't because they got the winning record, but they didn't make it.
Yeah, but we were. That's right. That's the year before. We were the 7th seed and we lost.
Yeah,
to
I
the
just
Chiefs.
remember Ben Roethlisberger being like, "We're just happy to be here, man."
Oh, that's right.
And I was like, I'm happy you're leaving. Get the fuck out of here, you fat fuck.
And
anyway,
it's just whenever the Cowboys suck at spotlight, and granted, they get more spotlight than anything else. But I was reserved the moment everyone was like, "Oh, Cowboys are going to sweep this game," and that was when I said, the moment you start putting that out there in the air.
I never said that. I never thought that.
I was like, that's going to be disgusting. We have a history of losing to the Green Bay Packers.
I thought you guys were going to win going away just because you've been really good at home this year.
And that was the other problem. We were on a streak. There was too many things in this equation to put pressure on.
Okay, Tommy.
And I mean this as best as possible. Genuinely think that if we had played any other team, we probably would have been a much better state.
I actually do have a weird idea. I will take it back after what I saw the Bucks do, but I was like, winning the number 2 seed probably put you in the worst position.
And I was like, no, we needed the cow. And I was like, I don't really want the 2nd seed because sure, we're at home, but we need the pressure to be flipped. We need expectations of us losing to be successful, not expectations of us winning to be successful. That's how the Cowboys operate. But I would say that if there's changes that would make us be functional, which and we'll do this with every other teams too, changes that would be functional, I don't think they're getting rid of McCarthy.
I think they need to. Rakeen asked in the chat, everybody wants to get rid of Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy. I think, you get rid of both of them.
You can't really get rid of Dak with his contract. You can get rid of Mike McCarthy. Jerry Jones has already said, or maybe his son did, that they're going to try to work an even extension for Dak Prescott, so they want him to stick around. McCarthy is the one on the hot seat, especially with Dan Quinn taking it.
That's who I actually need on the hot seat.
Well, I think Dan Quinn, I was going to bring this up. I think he ruined any head coaching opportunities that he had teed up. After that, I'd be like, oh, we're not giving him a job after that shit.
Right.
So where I actually feel like there needs to be some improvements are not necessarily because, again, I think Mike's been there for 3 years, and he's had 12-5 for 3, or has he been 4?
He's been there for 4, I think.
Like 12-5 for 3 playoff appearances, and we're going for the win, but he doesn't have the longevity that Tomlin has to where that argument, I think, is valid at the moment.
Right.
And Dak looked like the best he has ever had. Has all year, just in playoff time. I think we need to nurture. I think So there's two things. We need to do what we've been doing. The reason why I'm not even drafting a quarterback or I'm not pushing for that is because we do have Trey Lance in the wing. We either got to put him on the Jordan Love program.
Yeah.
And I think that we need to put a quarterback in the program. Not put him as a starter, put him in the program. Because we're thinking about the longevity of it.
I think the program's busted. I think Dak won't accomplish anything.
That's not why I'm banking on putting them in the program. I'm putting them in the program because I'm like, cool. I'm not throwing a rookie out there unless it's a CJ. We're never going to get one of the first round picks. So you need somebody who's a little bit cooking.
You got to trade for a Joe Flacco, man.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm just saying.
Give Brady a call.
Because Dak's not going to the Hall of Fame ever. He's going to go to the Hall of Very Good at the end of his career. He don't got what it takes, and you could see in the way he plays, especially during the playoffs. It's not a matter of choking. It's a matter of he's not big enough for the moment. He's big enough to put up the stats. He's big enough to be on Wheaties boxes, but he doesn't have what it takes to take it to the next level.
I'd argue in a different delta just because
it doesn't matter who you have as the coach.
This game, like, to be fair, it wasn't a QB loss. It was a whole holistic collapse on both sides of the ball. No one played like they wanted to be there.
But a quarterback,
fire everybody.
Well, a quarterback can.
That is what Michael Irvin said. Michael Irvin was like, "Burn this house down."
Just clear. I was fire sailing.
A quarterback can will it, and another quarterback that couldn't will it was on the Eagles.
Yep.
Well, not before we get to the Eagles.
That's fine. I just want to say
Cam Newton on his podcast.
Oh yeah,
and he was like, "I hate to bring this up, and people are going to get mad." He said this weeks ago.
Yeah,
he's like Tua Tagovailoa and Dak and Dak Prescott.
I thought it was turned the ball over.
That's okay. You guys being racist towards Polynesians? Come on.
No, he turned the ball over.
Polynesian isn't a race; it's an ethnicity. But anyway, going back to step one. He said Tua and Dak are the same. They're just game managers, and they can't win in the moment.
They're not Alex Smith.
Well, Alex Smith couldn't win in the moment. Yeah.
Ultimate game manager, Alex Smith.
I don't know if that's exactly true.
Just like Cam couldn't dive on loose balls.
I know Cam has the whole game changer motif. There's literally like two quarterbacks that I'd take right now that I think will people into games. It's Patty Mahomes and Lamar. And to me, that's like the it.
I think they're more than that.
Right.
You're not. I mean, you're nicer than
I want to say Air Bear, but A Bear actually can.
And Jordan Love, he's cooking.
Jordan Love is really
good.
There. Because I see some quarterbacks that were let down this year by crappy offenses, like the Eagles. I think the Eagles were let down by a crappy offense.
We will talk about them. Eagles go in a different box.
We're talking to next because we're rambling.
We're literally gonna move to the Eagles, but I want to hear the rest of quarterbacks that are dynamic.
Oh well, because I think Josh Allen, same thing.
I don't think he's dynamic because he throws so many turnovers, but that's just
you live and die by him is what I.
But that's my point. They've lived a lot because of him.
Right, exactly.
So I mean,
because
live into what? They haven't made a Super Bowl.
I know, but they've made it to AFC Championship games, and they've won that division like 4 years in a row.
And they're the Bills. The Bills are nobody and nothing.
Well, they were really. That's true. They were.
And
bad for a long time
CJ gets that after this season. So I'm giving people seasons.
And I will say, when it comes to the AFC East, like they were giving Tom Brady shit because it's like this is the easiest division.
True.
It's still pretty it's not super competitive. It's not the AFC North.
Right. That's fair. I would like to see Josh Allen with an offensive head coach.
Yeah.
I would like to see someone that could because I don't agree with people who are like, you can't change who he is. It's like, well, you should. You should change those turnovers. Right. He turns over the ball a lot.
And I'll mention it later when we talk about that game of how he changed from not being that guy.
Yeah, when he doesn't turn the ball over, he looks amazing. And I think they need and Justin Herbert's another example. I think there are quarterbacks that when I see them, I'm like, God, you could be incredible if you had. Coaching matters a lot in the NFL.
Coaching changes the game.
Yeah.
But people are just now really realizing that you can't just throw a fucking fish in the water without having immaculate coaching.
Yeah.
Because I think that coaching changes how you operate. Like, there's no way, and this is where my stick against McCarthy goes, there's no way a head coach would ever let their defense go into a game like the way that they did. But I don't think that any coach would like you think D'Amico ain't doing that. Like you think certain coaches are prepping their teams for worst case scenarios on fourth end of the
the reason I go is I've seen Mike Tomlin do that against bad teams.
Oh.
Seen him do that against the Cardinals.
Well, I will say, as we transition to the other team of how bad is this, or who's the bigger dumpster
well, the
fire.
Bengals haven't done anything. They just haven't.
The Cowboys at least lost as a team. Like they both sides didn't show up to play, but they seemed unified in losing that game. Is the best
I didn't want that. I didn't want that at all.
I know you didn't want that, but
team loss. Hoorah!
From the top to bottom, losers.
1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Yeah, we gonna lose this game, and we gonna know. And I'm like, y'all all look like losers. Micah included. He didn't play good either.
no.
1, 2, 3 boat.
Micah got his first holding call in like 6 months.
Yeah, I thought that was the sign where we're winning.
But anyway, at least they were unified, and there's something you can build on there, maybe, or you fire sell the whole team, like Michael Irvin says. The Eagles on the other side of the token.
You think they're a bigger fire?
Only because they're not unified. They were literally yelling and fighting with each other the entire game.
I think the Eagles, the fix is clear. Fire the coach.
Fire, sir.
And also...
But they weren't just yelling at the coach. They were yelling at Jalen Hurts.
I know, but I think a coach's job is to keep that shit from happening by being the leader of the team. And the other reason why I think the Cowboys are like a bigger shit show is because how many of us picked the Cowboys?
1, 2, 3, Thailand.
How many of us picked the Cowboys to win that game? Oh yeah, all of us. How many of us picked the Bucks to win that game? Half of us.
Yeah.
I expected the Bucks to beat the Eagles because they look like shit.
People pick the Eagles? Who picked the Eagles?
I probably
Well,
did,
I
'cause
want to change
thought
it.
they
I just got too lazy.
I thought that they could turn it around. I thought they could turn it on. And actually, quite frankly, I saw the first 10 wins. I'm like, they're probably doing all right. And I just didn't watch the collapse. I didn't really see how bad they were doing.
The Cowboys' loss was shocking to me. The Eagles was not.
Well, I think the reason why it's a bigger confusion, but I think if we're talking about strictly playoff loss, Cowboys is the worst loss.
Yeah.
I think as a franchise, the Eagles situation is way worse.
Oh, the season over the course of the season, I agree with you.
Because
how the fuck did that happen?
Literally, they had all the tools to be successful. They made the moves.
They were 10-1.
They were 10-1, and they did the thing that the Cowboys people like that always get mad. We're like, they're doing moves. They're actually doing things to put themselves in a position to win, and they still lost.
Yeah.
And then to me, no matter how bad you're losing, when you're yelling on sidelines, that's a worse situation.
Yeah.
Because if you're having arguments on the sideline, that means there's genuine frustration. We've been talking about A.J. Brown for weeks.
Oh, yeah.
The motherfucker's just been checked out.
You know who I think they're going to be calling Philly, and A.J. Brown's a part of it? Mike Vrabel. I think he'd be a good fit there. Mike Vrabel with Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, because Mike Vrabel hated that A.J. Brown trade. He wanted no part of that. That was the GM of the Titans that did that pretty much behind his back or without his okay. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if I were the Eagles and knowing that Mike Vrabel's on the market, I would fire Sirianni like that.
Right.
And
Philly, they would go mad with a coach like that.
Oh, yeah. He'd be perfect for Philly.
Sliding up poles and celebrating on the street. Like they won a Super Bowl or something.
Well, I think with Sirianni, it's one of those cases where if you were to tell me what's his coaching style, I don't have a answer for you.
I don't know what he does.
Jag-off. He just seems like one big giant jag-off.
No.
He doesn't seem like a nice guy, and he doesn't seem cool enough to be as aggressive as he is.
He's very much, how do I put it? He's very much like, let your players play, but that's not good enough.
No.
And there's just no culture. I mean, there's a culture with the Eagles that comes inherent. Like, that's why people like the Eagles.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the team doesn't have, like, I expect the Eagles to be grimy with everybody else except each other. And it's just weird that they're just having this much infighting.
Well, that's actually, Broha makes a good point. He says, Eagles shit and lost your heart of your team, Team Kelsey.
Yeah,
so
that's screwed. They're screwed.
Yeah, you need a guy that's going to go in there that people can rally around, and it's not going to be Jalen Hurts.
No,
he's not. He's mature, but he's not energetic. He doesn't have anything really exceptional about him.
Let me put it. I think it's because he and the coach had such weird. They do not look like they're on the same wavelength at all.
Right.
Jalen is like stoic and a hard ass. Sirianni's a clown.
Right.
So like
it's the jag-off.
Yeah. Now you put Vrabel with Jalen Hurts. I like that combo.
Right.
I like that tandem very much.
Right.
Well, I mean, I think that when it comes, like you said, when it comes to coaching and it comes to some of those considerations, remember that I didn't like Tom Brady until he was in, fucking Tampa.
That's true.
So
yeah.
a coach can change a person's perspective. Hey,
I like Tampa Tom a lot, dude.
I like Tampa Tom a lot. He was relaxed. He was smiling.
You all make me fucking sick.
I hated him in New England, but when he went to Tampa, I was like, God damn it, I like this guy.
Fucking sick.
He was out of our conference. It was great.
I'm glad he's out of my life. I'm glad Bill and him are out of my life, and Adam Vinatieri.
Well, Bill might come back. I won't.
He won't be
somehow
good. He won't be
Palpatine
good.
returned.
He won't be
with
good.
a big contract and GM duties.
He won't be good. He wasn't good in New England. He's not going to bring anything to any other place. He's really not. He can't do it.
New England, like, while it was not great, their defense was still shutting people out to like less than 18 points a game for the most part.
But they don't got it.
I just look at what Rakeen typed in there. It cracked me up.
He's saying Matt Patricia, Nick Sirianni, Brian Johnson, and Sean Desai have been relieved of their duties effective immediately is going to hit like crack in the 80s. Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude. Like, what's the thing? Like, none of the people that came out of New England have been successful coaches. Bill Belichick is not a successful coach.
Well, the Bill Belichick tree
going to Hall of
doesn't
Fame,
bear
so.
fruit.
No, because he's going to the Hall of Fame because of Tom Brady. And that's me admitting that. We saw it. The proof is in the pudding.
I'm surprised you didn't like spontaneously combust when you said.
No, the proof. No,
die on
look
the
it.
inside?
No, look it. I can hate both of them at the same time, and I can hate both of them at the same time when they were together.
You could not
but
hate.
separate. No. Stop that. You stop that right now. If you don't have hate in your heart as a sports fan, you're not doing it right. Point being,
Yeah, you hate a team.
point being, if you like,
I don't hate a
he
team.
did nothing.
You don't love a team either.
I love the Colts.
No, absolutely
They
not.
make me happy.
No, he failed. He failed.
The weird horse
He
dance.
failed.
Happiness has no place in sports.
Exactly. It's hatred only. He
Fade
failed.
and satisfaction, and that's it.
Failed, and he's gonna fail again because he doesn't know. It's not a modern thing. Yep, he's a coach that's gonna be fine, but it's moving too fast.
I
don't think he's gonna do anything anymore.
I actually agree with Sammy on this regarding
course you do.
Belichick because we saw what he did without Brady.
Nothing. Well, no, we didn't see anything.
He's not a good head coach. He's a great defensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah. I don't think this. The other part, and I've said this before.
He
I
can
don't
just
want
get
Bill
an
just out
offensive
of.
coordinator.
Maybe.
I don't want Bill just out of the sheer fact of because he wants to pick personnel. I think everyone has a job and a role to play.
Yes.
You don't have to be a coach and a GM.
No.
It's not always the best fit, and I think 9 times out of 10, it's not the best fit.
Yeah, it's not. Who's a coach that has been a GM where it's worked out?
Tomlin?
He's not really a GM. I know Tomlin.
And worked out.
Yeah, if he's the one that's picking out our wide receivers, he knows how to find a talented bunch. They always have character issues.
I do think he picks the wide receivers. He's like,
Yeah.
man, that's a good kid. Can't have that.
yeah.
I mean, I will say on the note, just to stick on the Eagles, what you were saying about they fired good coaches. They fired Doug Peterson that won them a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know.
And Sirianni,
baby.
And Andy Reid.
Yeah,
they've fired better coaches than Sirianni
But
for less.
We'll see how the Eagles pan out. Dallas, I have directions on what they can do. Philly's straight office.
I mean, I think it's really just like we're clean. Like,
Yeah, I think it's straight office.
yeah, I think Philly's fix is easier because you know what the problem is. It's not their roster.
It's their coordinators.
Yeah,
Right. And they have a different identity because it was like Broadway Joe for a long time. Then they lost that identity. Then they found an identity again, and then now they don't know what they are anymore because they're like, are we the ultimate like grinded out Philly,
Yeah.
dark and gritty, or are we flashy with Jalen Hurts running around everywhere and throwing it deep all the time? Like they don't know what they are, and I think Sirianni doesn't know what he is because nobody knows what he is.
Well,
but you
'Cause he's
can't
neutral,
clean
he's
out the
nothing.
whole coaching staff, like really.
You can.
Why not?
Especially when they went so far, and in the end, it doesn't even matter. To quote Linkin Park, they tried so hard and got so far, and in the end, it didn't matter.
Some of the other
they didn't even get so far.
Right? Yeah, you got further than most. You got further than most of the teams, to be fair.
Well, I think the others
they
games
played on
were
Monday.
a bit more competitive and looked really good.
That helps.
Lions got their first win. That's cool.
I'm so happy for the Lions.
They're not making it to the NFC Championship.
You don't think
they
so?
are. Yeah, they are.
That's a pick'em topic. We can talk about that.
Oh,
at Pick'em.
man.
No,
Vote
I'm
for-
rolling with the line though. I'm talking about just the Lions. What I saw, that's grit. That was talking about a
But
team
we
with grit.
we can talk about Lions
Not
and that
Rams.
storyline of getting a win over Matthew Stafford. That
Yes.
was pretty
That's
interesting.
good. They're fun.
I love this Detroit Lions team. I fucking love them.
I will say, just to go back to the Bucks and their win, very cool. Like they stopped the brotherly shove.
They did with a face mask that wasn't called.
No, he didn't grab his face. He grabbed his jaw underneath. You can grab the underside of a helmet, apparently, and not the face mask. Well, no, because I saw it. I was like, that's a face. Nope, he's not grabbing his face mask. He's grabbing the underneath and pulling his neck back.
Hands to the face.
No, this is neck.
That's his neck,
You can
baby.
choke a motherfucker.
Hands to the neck. choking his mouth.
I understand that was a linebacker pulling him out. I still blame Vita Vea. Like, it's like the only thing that can stop the brotherly shove is a 400-pound Hawaiian.
That was always the solution. There's not many to go around.
Well, not because other teams play differently. Not a lot of teams have a nose guard all the fucking time.
Why don't all teams have 400-pound Hawaiians?
Are they stupid? Right. That's the key to success. Large Polynesians is the key to success. Quote me, 2024.
Not only am I happy for the Lions, I'm happy for the Rams.
Rams look good.
They exceeded expectations. That was easily the best game of the weekend.
Oh yeah.
And I was pulling for the Lions. I picked the Lions, but I was like, if the Rams win this, I'm not going to be mad. I don't think anyone would have been. No, not at all. They exceeded expectations. And one of the things I was very happy with, because I heard a lot of people say this. They're like, Dan Campbell's a good coach, but he's going to get outcoached by Sean McVay. Bitch, no, he did not. Sean McVay cannot manage timeouts. And I know bad timeout.
Yeah, you've said that before.
I know bad timeout management because I've seen Mike Tomlin fuck it up too.
Hey, I do too.
We're two sides of the same turd.
I've said this. I was like, we're just different flavors of the same nuts.
There was one play in particular where he called a timeout in the second half to avoid a delay of game. It's like, dude, you're down to one timeout now. That one timeout was way more valuable than those 5 yards.
Right.
And sure enough, at the end of the game, after the 2-minute warning, had one timeout. Useless. Right. So, I mean, yeah, I was very, very happy to see the Lions finally get one. You have never seen like this. You are younger than their last playoff win, I believe.
Yes.
Oh man, yeah, that should happen before you were born.
Right. I was like 1 year old.
Yeah. Yep.
But hey, I'm happy for the Lions.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And I guess I don't know if we're getting to it now, but I have a stronger opinion on the other team.
Well,
hey, you want to talk about scrappy like the Lions are?
Well,
there's no other person than the King Scrap himself.
We do have a longer period to talk about pick'ems. There's less games, so it won't be longer per se. But our normal topics before we do that.
Yeah.
Take a lap.
Hold on though. Jared Goff is a hero. We didn't talk about that.
Well, you can make him your attaboy.
Oh wait, are we not talking about the other game? The
Which
Chiefs at all or anything like that?
No, I mean those games weren't interesting.
Yeah, the Chiefs game was the Chiefs.
Well, the Chiefs, they won in ice. Patty Mahomes' helmet got cracked. But the Dolphins
of cheaters, and they don't call shit on the Chiefs ever.
Well, I was gonna say, actually, in general, they didn't call shit on anybody.
Dude, that game, bro, the rest just showed up. We're like, we ain't catching heat again.
No. I'm using these flags to keep my hands warm. I'm not throwing this shit.
Yeah,
get the hell out of Dodge.
In their defense, I would have been like, nah, fuck this.
No, I was like, I was like in the Browns game, I didn't see any flags. No. In the Chiefs game, I didn't see any flags.
They let the AFC play.
Yeah,
I did see
even in the Cowboys game, there was just illegal formation holding Micah twice. Like there wasn't a lot of flags that game.
I saw a few in the Steelers game, mainly because our offense doesn't know what the hell they're doing. So it'd be like illegal shift and stuff like that. And there was one late hit on Josh Allen that made me mad. Like I can't believe they flagged that because the guy was in the air going towards him before Josh Allen started sliding. So and then they still called him a late hit, even though he used his hands to I was like, God fucking damn it. Mason Rudolph doesn't get that call. And nor should he, because he's a joke. But still, the double standard irritates me.
Well, is there anything else you want to say about this past week's game?
The other ones were
Jared Goff's a real deal. And we'll get into picking or the other ones, I guess.
Jared Goff is pretty good.
Well,
he's first
the real
deal.
Matt
take a lap.
Great too.
Max Stafford's a real cool.
And Puka Nacua. That kid's a star.
How'd they get two? How'd they get two of those?
I think they figure him out. I don't think he does the same thing next season. I think he's good. I just don't think that he's.
Oh, man.
He's not. How tall is he?
He's not that big,
right?
But he's stout. I mean, Tyreek Hill's not big.
Yeah, but he's the fastest guy on the field.
Antonio Brown wasn't big.
He's the craziest guy on the field. I don't think he has
He's 6'2".
He's 6'2".
And the team that
too short.
I don't think he's short. I also feel like if you say they're going to figure him out, they haven't figured out Cooper Kupp.
6'2".
Little guy.
Same guy. Same height, same man.
They went. They're like,
Clone
let's get a
him.
different. Yeah, it's like we got vanilla. I want a different flavor this time.
How tall is
Same
Antonio Brown? I think he was like 5'11", maybe 6'1", 6'1" at most.
You can't. 5'11", but 10 foot and crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that counts.
No, I'm not height of sanity.
Antonio Brown.
5'10", even smaller than I thought. Yeah,
but he
little
couldn't
guy.
take hits.
I mean,
there was one that was
about to
very
say,
illegal.
He could take hits as long as it wasn't a fucking barbarian swinging.
That's football.
As long as it wasn't perfect. Like
it's not football to swing your helmet at them.
That wasn't what caused the CTE.
That was a perfect hit.
It was a perfect hit.
Yeah.
It was a perfect hit.
It was an incredibly late hit.
Them's the breaks.
Well, yeah, they broke his sanity.
Exactly.
But let's you say take a lap.
Take a lap.
lap
Mine's
first.
Joe Flacco for just ruining his story and throwing 2 interceptions.
Burn your jersey.
Yeah. No, I'll still have it because it annoys you as the Ravens jersey, which it probably annoys you less now because you've made peace with the Ravens.
You know what? It doesn't annoy me at all anymore. Now I think it's actually hilarious. and I respect the Ravens.
Yeah.
Now, if they win 6 Super Bowls, I'll be pissed. but I do respect that team.
My whole fuckingization.
I was gonna go McCarthy.
My whole organization. It's not just McCarthy. It's not just Dak. It's not just Dan. I want them all on the track. I want CD on the track too. Fucking playing weird. Everything was weird that game.
It was baffling how embarrassing it was.
That was an unprepared team.
Right. No, but it was like I was watching it and I go, they don't want to play football. Like, they don't want to play the game of football. Not they don't want to be there. Not they don't want to compete. They don't want to play the game of football. They'd rather be doing... They couldn't be bothered to show up on this playoff game. And try as they might, they tried. But not very hard. And that was really embarrassing. So they all need to take a lap. I'm with you on that one. Because I was shocked.
We can't have the same one, though.
Because the chat... Well, fine. The chat was saying Tua... for not being able to play in the cold. Tua was never anybody. He should always be taking laps. The offensive line.
I like that we replaced Tommy and we still got Tommy.
Yeah, it was still Tua.
Tua once again would be in the Hall of Very Good. He's not going to win anything. He's not going to do anything.
He's so young. Like that's
He's not. His brain's going to shut down in 6 years.
We still have Tommy.
But
He has a 90-year-old brain.
Tommy's not wrong with that.
To counter that point, I don't think you always have a Hall of Fame quarterback who takes you to the end. The Hall of Very Good is still good.
Right, but he's not going to take him to the very end. He's not. They're not going to get there with Tua.
It just depends on where the very end is.
Well, at the very end of his life, if he keeps taking hits like that.
Hey, no, he's not talking about Tua. Tua moves like water.
He didn't actually
The ice
even
was
get
too cold for him.
He should move like a better quarterback.
He didn't even get hurt this season.
Marcos,
That's true.
Marcos, those 2-3 hits back to back last season are still gonna fuck him up bad. Like it's like a multiplier of like brain cells being lost and spinal fluid leaking. It's not good.
We live in the moment.
But now he knows jujitsu. He can roll into it.
Yeah. Roll into his new brain.
Right. Well, maybe he needs to join a jiu-jitsu tournament and not a football team because they got nothing. They had nothing. It's cold, I get it, but they had nothing. And a little bit to the coach too, Mike McDaniels, because you can't be so eccentric and weird and not win.
Well, you took mine because I was going to go with Tua because Tua looked like shit. Yeah, you can't get your ass kicked by cold weather and win in the playoffs. Like that's not going to work.
This is historically cold weather.
It was fourth.
It's not even a medal.
Not even the worst. yeah, he
bronze.
didn't even hit the stands.
It was historic.
Would worse be Buffalo if they let them play?
That would be fun.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I liked our chances better if we played in those conditions.
Go out, Najee.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Josh Allen won't be able to throw it very well when through a 65-mile-an-hour snowstorm. Yeah.
They should have brought back leather helmets for that game if they did it then.
I mean, yeah, God, Tua was mine because I was like, dude, he looked like crap. I don't want to go with Jalen. I feel bad for Jalen Hurts.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
I do.
Kick him while he's down.
I feel bad for Jalen.
Kick him while he's down. Come on.
Nah.
You want to do it?
Nah. I'll go with Nick Sirianni. Take a lap and take a pink slip too while you're at it. You suck.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Mason Rudolph.
No, man, Mason tempered expectations. Like Mason, he had one really bad red zone pick, and I was like, we were due for one of those. It was like watching someone who's not that talented still give it their all. I can't get that mad at me.
He tried.
They and it's a totally different perspective if they had started off. He was in third string.
Yeah, right. I honestly, I should take a lap. Should be whoever decided Mitch should start in front of Mason, because if we started
Matt Canada.
either Matt Canada or Mike Tomlin, one or the other.
Right.
But yeah,
I didn't even argue Kenny.
yeah, I want Mason starting over Kenny.
That's what I was saying. I was like,
yeah, I want a QB competition between the two at least.
Well, next year you'll have Russell Wilson.
Maybe.
Oh, that'd be embarrassing.
Dude, he's better than anyone else in our quarterback room.
No.
Yes,
It
he
wouldn't-
is.
No, well, yeah, but yes, but
That bar is low.
But no, but he's also never going to do anything or win anything or be important anymore. He's lost
already
it.
won a Super Bowl.
Right, but he's not going to win anymore. He's lost it. He's not going to take you to the. He's going to take you to the Hall of Very Good again. You guys are going to have winning seasons and then losing the second round this time.
Hey,
Playoffs.
I'll take a playoff win at this point. We haven't gotten one in 7 years. Now going on 8.
Look, I'm just happy the Miami Dolphins exist because otherwise we'd be the ones without the playoff win. Ours is like 2002 and theirs is 2000. So like Miami needs to keep sucking up the place so that we don't have that.
Actually, my friend Juan posted like the longest playoff droughts because he's a Cowboys
In
fan.
professional sports, it's Miami.
He just
playoff
wanted to
droughts.
feel better about stuff, and it was very rough because the Cowboys game was very rough.
it was so bad. Just so bad. I can take a loss. Just be close.
Yeah, that was humiliating.
Really bad.
I'd be pissed if I were you. Not that you're not pissed.
I stopped feeling.
I would be
man.
more
I-
pissed.
to be fair, this loss, someone while he's pulling that up, someone posted like, "Man, there's
it's
just no
champion-
faith you can have in a team."
It's
after this
championship
one."
droughts. So so all these teams have championship droughts later than the Cowboys.
Yay.
The Raiders are 39 years without a championship.
Oh, championship. Oh,
Yeah. The Cardinals have 75 years without a championship. So
I don't think that's
And they didn't
changing.
even win one. That was one of those weird NFL ones, right?
yeah, that's before black people could play, probably. Texans,
Pre-integration. This is pre-Remember the Titans, all right? That's true. That's
That's a hell of a bookmark. It's like that was
Right.
before we could play.
teams that have never won: the Falcons, the Jaguars, the Texans, the Panthers, and the Bengals.
Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
I was gonna say the Browns haven't won a Super Bowl either. That must be
the
included.
Browns. It's including the pre-merger.
Okay, like that.
Because the Browns, it says 58 years right here.
Yeah, they've won championships before the merger.
Pre-merger.
Well, it's nice. to-
NFL sucked before the AFL.
That does make me feel better.
I'm an AFL purist. Fuck the Packers and all those old-timey teams. It's all about the big game, the deep ball. You like the NFL the way it is now? It's because the AFL threw ball. That's their thing.
You still haven't won one in 39 years.
No, but I'm saying fuck the NFL Classic. I'm talking about the AFL. I'm pro AFL because they were the ones that made modern football. Otherwise, you'd just be a bunch of lugs with leather helmets running into each other in cold weather instead of passing in cold weather.
Oh, I was like, why do the Titans have 61 years? Because they steal the Texans' history. They steal Houston's history.
That history. hey, they earned that history. They earned that history and took it with them.
Oh, the Oilers.
The Tennessee Oilers.
Yeah, the Chargers had one 59 years ago. I didn't know that.
Attaboy.
Yeah, let's go with
My attaboy is easily Baker Mayfield. For
Yeah. I've been shitting on him all year, and he played really well last
He really
night.
shouldn't have. He's been playing pretty good all year.
I don't care. You know how he wears success? Well, no, he wore it very well on Monday.
He played like he was having fun.
Yes.
And that's fun to watch.
House money.
Credit to him.
The Bucks are
I'll
the
eat
Bucks.
crow on that.
You know what? Yeah, the Bucks don't matter. I hate them still. Fuck them. But
Why do you hate the
they
Bucks?
beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
But to fuck them.
it's
But
their fault for not changing their signs.
no, it's actually a conspiracy. I won't get into it.
Please don't.
Rakeem, not in this chat.
So
you
the
won't.
center went to Mexico.
I want to go home soon. Let's go.
What? It's gonna be minus 20 or fine. Is it mine?
Yeah.
It's CJ Stroud, man.
Damn it.
CJ Stroud.
oh, yeah,
I thought we were going clock.
Took mine.
CJ Stroud, dude. Like, talk about a guy who's playing like he had fun.
Yeah.
That's the guy that everyone was like, no, we don't want him. He doesn't have the ingredients they believed. And guess what? He was cooking everybody up. Nobody thought that it was going to be such a masterful and just overwhelming defeat and victory. And he looked good doing it. He did not look like a rookie. And he was entertaining to watch, eating wings and drinking beer. And I was like, man, he scored again? Good job. Good job,
Against
CJ.
the best defense in the league.
Against the best defensive league, like they
Yeah.
were nothing. Like they were nothing. And he beat Deshaun Watson and Joe Flacco. And that, to me, is well enough for an attaboy.
Mine's simple. He's the guy who beat me. Jordan Love played his ass off. And I got to vouch for him because I stuck up for him last year and I said, I think Jordan Love can be something. I didn't know that was a monkey's paw.
Too much black excellence.
Yeah, too much black excellence. But nah, he looked fucking immaculate throughout playing. And I mean, there's some back foot drops. Some back foot passes that I'm like, this motherfucker's throwing fades. This isn't basketball. This is football.
Yeah.
Immaculate. Really good game. And again, I am the type. If you beat me, I got to vote for you to go to the end. Except I want the Bucks to win. I want the Bucks to win.
No, you need to have hate in your heart. You need to pray for the downfall of those who beat you. Come on.
I already gave their head coach their flowers with the Lions, so I'm going to go with Jared Goff.
No, you're not.
Yes,
Not
I
Unless you went
am.
Baker Mayfield.
Not in this
No,
household,
he went
we
Baker
aren't.
Mayfield.
Oh, you went Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, so I'm going with Jared Goff. 22 for 27, 277 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. And the first playoff win in over 30 years
Cool
in
for him.
Detroit.
Trash ass boy.
And he beat the team that traded him. He beat the team that said
That one I respect.
You beat the team that said you suck ass, and you beat the guy that replaced you. So,
Yep, I'd have Jared Goff over Dak anywhere.
oh, yeah, I mean, that's obvious.
Very
Once played in a
Y'all can
Super
go
Bowl,
stroke
don't you
him
know?
off. Yeah, going back.
and one's a real quarterback.
We'll be right back with Pick'ems.
You guys were being really mean to Tommy about his pick'ems and not being able to navigate Google Docs, all right? You guys were so mean.
No, we were not.
You guys were so mean.
No, we were being competitive adults, and I literally sent the link in the group chat, which he has access to, and just chooses not to look at.
He is an old man.
That's
He's
his.
only 4 years older than us, but
Yeah, I
he's
was
an
gonna
old
say.
man, and he cannot work technology.
I'm not-
He can't be bothered.
I'm not making excuses. Then he can't be bothered to win.
Well, he was saying it. He was stating his case out loud. He was verbally declaring.
I put it in for him, even though we shouldn't
Okay.
have. I was nice at the end of the night with
What
it.
happened? What's whispering?
He wants my low dose THC seltzer.
Oh.
Well, don't name any brands. I said don't name any brands. No free
I
sponsorship.
don't actually even know what the brand is as I'm looking at the claim.
Yeah,
The can.
what is the brand? Is it Howdy?
So we have some new sponsorships coming. So don't need to be giving away free promo because you could have advertisement too at the Mexcellence if you decide to sponsor with us. We're very inexpensive, but. That said, be nicer to Tommy. He wanted to verbally declare it out loud in a timely manner amongst all of us that he wanted to change his pick.
So does that mean that when I put in the group chat that I said the Buccaneers are winning, that changes
was
my
it
pick?
before?
Yes, I said it on Saturday after the Cowboys lost. On Sunday after the Cowboys lost.
Did you put it in the Google Doc?
Oh,
He's already being punished, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that was that was nothing.
I didn't put it in the Google Doc. I was already at a bar and I was like, all right.
Why is it so bad?
because it was pickle beer made of literally sour pickles.
The reason we're giving Tommy shit is because he literally made a pick for every game but that one. So it's not like he couldn't use the Google Doc. He went in there and did it.
No, I think you did it for him because he said it verbally. Well, was he on the show? Was he on last show?
He knows how to use a Google Doc.
Yeah, he also knows how to use the Google Doc.
He flip flopped so much that was because I remember I went back to re-edit something once, like just once, and I was like, damn, I was re-editing the document. That's what it was. It was the Excel sheet that we used to use.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, Tommy is hard because he'll literally be like, I don't know, man. I think that team's gonna take. No, you're right, Gertz, you're right.
That's why he should have access to it for himself.
No, but that's also
It's our job to babysit him.
I also wasn't on the show last week. I didn't even know there was a sheet. You put it in the chat.
Yeah.
I put it on the sheet. Made my picks.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you have to do.
I even didn't use Excel because Google Docs is simpler. Like
You're younger than him. You know technology.
That's facts.
You just click.
Yeah, it's like, but it's
You
just
just
no. Everyone knows.
I know how to do it. I'm not.
No, I mean,
I know how to use Google Doc. I'm not elderly like him.
I mean, Tommy can't catch up to like hardly any of us at this point.
No.
But
Playing for respect.
well, he's losing it because he can't use a Google Doc. God damn it!
Well, I'm closing in on you though.
I hold him at a higher standard.
No, you could catch up to me.
I-
It would
all
be
I-
hard, but you could.
Right. No, because we're gonna probably pick a lot of the same on this round.
I think we are.
Right.
Well-
but I think that if there's a tie, I get the tie then.
I'm actually with you.
Just to make it even, just so he has something to worry about. If we pick the right one, I get the point.
I'm actually
That's
with
not
B.
how it works.
I'm with B more spice for 10. Like if TJ Watt was in, y'all would probably have the dub.
TJ Watt's gone.
Maybe.
Steelers.
I don't know.
No,
I think it would have been
enough.
close, but
It wasn't enough. One guy can't do it.
We've won a lot of games because of TJ Watt, but I don't know if it
I mean, because was it
one.
it was a run heavy game, correct?
Well, we ran the ball a lot. The Josh Allen he had 3 big passes. Yeah, he didn't throw for a lot of yards, but all of his he had 3 touchdown passes.
He had a 52-yard run.
And he had a 52-yard run.
Lovely. I was like, he's stumbling. He's going to go down. He didn't go down.
No.
He's keeping going.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It was one of the best games he's ever played that I've seen him.
It's going to be fun.
Let's go ahead and get this ball. Let's go ahead and light this candle.
Yeah.
We got the Texans and the Ravens, game 1.
I'm going Texans.
I'm going Ravens.
My mind is telling me Baltimore, but my body's telling me Texans. I don't know. Put me down for Texans.
Put Tommy down for Texans.
Yeah, that's right.
But you know what? I'm loud for Stroud. Maybe.
Oh,
I
you
liked
did
what I
say that
saw.
if the Texans win.
If the Texans win the Super Bowl, we aren't renaming the show Loud for Stroud. Unless he gets hurt, then we go back. But
I haven't caught Gridiron Heist yet, Hext. But I am going to go the other side of the token. The Ravens legit looked scary when I saw that 49ers game.
Yeah, they're really good.
did they beat the Niners?
They beat the shit out of the Niners.
I forgot to watch that one.
Yeah, that was not close.
Yeah, no, that was the time before the Cowboys game. That was at Black Sheep. I just met up with
Don't
a
mention that name anymore.
Black Sheep.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I was like, which one? Anyway, it's not worth mentioning.
Let's go ahead. Remember to watch our draft episode. Next game, we got the Packers and the 49ers.
I want the Packs to win. Put it on there.
Put Packers on.
It would be more interesting.
I can't root for the Niners. I'm a Raider fan.
It would be. I'm going Niners.
But Gertz, in your heart.
Oh, I'd love
funny.
I'm rooting for the Packers, but if you're asking me like who's going to win, I think it's
back it up then. Back it up with a choice, you coward.
I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna win. So I'll go 49ers. Now's the time to play conservatively when you've got a comfortable lead.
Actually, you know what, Marcos?
I'm about to pull. I'm gonna get 2 games on you.
Marcos, I'll make your life easy.
Still not enough.
All left.
How many games am I behind? Like,
5.
Do I have to win every single one?
You have to win a lot. Like you'd have.
I'm only 4 now.
No, you were at 6. Now,
okay.
now you're at 5 after this past week.
How many weeks do we have left? I gotta catch him somehow.
There's
I don't
there's
think
7 games left.
You'd have to get every game wrong, and you'd have to get every game right.
Well, we're 2 different, so I got 2 there. So
You'd have to pick, like, it would be in your best interest.
You have to pick the
opposite.
Chiefs.
So we're at 3. Well, it depends. Are you gonna pick the Chiefs?
I'm picking the Bills.
Let's go ahead and just bounce this back. So between the Packers and the 49ers, I just think the 49ers are going to come out a little bit hungrier today.
They're rested.
They're gonna come out slow and lethargic. Counterpoint.
One of them are.
Maybe.
Fed.
Right.
That's why I missed when there was
High.
4 teams that got a bye week, because 2 of them definitely always came out slow.
Yeah.
Like the Packers would come out slow. Winning that bye week would not help the Packers when Aaron Rodgers was there.
No, he'd be too busy getting high and fucking around.
On podcasts.
Yeah.
Fucking dork.
Oh, by the way, quick note: Aaron Rodgers kicked off Pat McAfee's show.
He was like a day.
He was back the next day. He was literally back the next day. He was like, Pat, shut up. I like Pat McAfee, but shut up.
Yeah,
Like,
Pat McAfee is the people like give a lot of shit to Aaron Rodgers, of course, than they should. But you need to give shit to Pat McAfee for fucking platforming that dipshit. So fuck you too, Pat.
Actually,
until you
the
get it done.
worst thing.
I miss Haterade.
I don't. That shit was gross. I could palate that. Haterade was
Did you try it?
ungodly. I have, yeah. It's just salty. It's just super salty, and then pickles.
Ooh, Mark
You're
Andrews
cool with
might be
me,
back.
right?
Oh, it's the most disgusting shit I've ever put in my
Pickles.
mouth.
But he hasn't had Haterade.
Oh, Haterade is
Haterade
I've not
is
had Haterade.
abysmal, dude.
Nah, dude.
Because you described it. You go, I don't know how to describe the flavor. I go, I bet you I could.
I
It's
said
like it was
pain
like
and anguish. Is the
it was
flavor.
hate in my mouth. It was an apt name because I hated my mouth for what it did to my feelings
Yeah.
after that.
Haterade comes in flavors too now.
Yeah, like blue raspberry, right?
and extra hate.
Are you gonna get one? Are you gonna get one shipped in for the Super Bowl?
They said there's watermelon in it, and I think I don't know.
Wildberry.
Yep, wildberry Haterade.
Oh, the best. It's like a it is very salty, like a Gatorade.
That's
except no
right.
sweet,
Okay.
but also tastes like death.
Right. It's really gross, dude. It's really like I'm not like Tommy with vegetables where he's like, ugh, it's gross carrots, but it's like
It's close.
I wouldn't be happy at all. Like not even. I wouldn't be doing it for a bit. I'd legit be disgusted by the contents of that.
That's how I feel
Here, give me a taste. Give me a sip of this. Let me remind myself.
It's disgusting.
That's why I don't do bets. That's why I don't do bets.
Oh,
Let's
if you
see.
sit in that chair next year,
Yeah, right.
Man, that just smells like the juice from the
pour it into
jar.
your shot glass. You can
I'll pour it in my shot glass.
save yourself the headache.
Or give yourself a headache.
Next game is Bucks at the Lions.
Man.
And you know where I'm going. Because I can't ever see Jared Goff succeed.
Well, get used to it because Lions all day,
I
baby.
do like.
Yeah.
These are my little sweethearts over here. That
You like
I
both
hope-
these teams.
Yeah, I'm sad that the teams I hate are on the other side.
Yeah.
I don't really hate the Packers, but I do hate the 49ers a little bit. Not as much as Sam, but as much to be like, I just don't want the 49ers to win. I'm like, this season has been weird.
Yeah.
I don't want the easy guy to just fucking walk in.
I don't want the Niners to win.
Yeah,
No.
it's not fun. Brock Purdy's a dork.
I don't like Kyle Shanahan. That's been
yeah.
very public knowledge. I'm not a fan of his.
It's just funnier if they're not successful.
I
Like
agree.
said, I'm going to reinforce that every time. The 49ers losing makes me feel
Now,
better.
if the Packers are up by 3 at halftime, I'm going to be like, well, shit, I lost that one.
But yeah. Wait, so who's the picks?
So between the Bucks and the Lions, TJ has taken the Bucks. I do think the Bucks have a lot of scary pieces, and they're just scrappy.
Yeah.
Also, Baker Mayfield probably statistically playing the best outside of like he can't run the ball like Lamar and Dak, but outside of that, throwing the ball, he's probably doing the best this year.
Yeah.
Lions learned how to win. Lions.
I'm going Lions as well. They're playing at home in that dome. Goff in a dome is pretty damn good. And that O-line is beastly.
Right. And they got grit. More importantly, though, if they didn't win a big old
But they
scrappy
both have
fight,
grit.
not as much as the Lions.
I think Aiden Hutchinson's going to light Baker
They stopped
up.
the brotherly shove. That's a lot of grit.
No, that's one giant Samoan. We've went over this already.
AKA
Still
Grit.
playing. Samoans are gritty, man. I don't know if you saw Moana.
But I'm just saying the Lions, I think they're the chosen one. I think they got the touch.
By the way, you can't win.
When I did, when I did the bracket, I took them to go all the way.
By the way, you can't. What's it called? You can't win pick'ems now.
I don't care.
Okay, I was just letting you know.
I'm being correct. I'm not gonna be a cop like him and try to just win by playing the numbers and picking the Chiefs.
No, you.
I have
for every game for the rest
picked
of
the
the
Bills,
season.
right.
Yeah, you both picked the Lions. For every game for the rest of the season, you need to have the opposite pick and be right.
Come
No,
on, join the Bucks.
I'm not letting him dictate my life.
But you're not going to pick the Bucks?
Pat, no. Fuck the Bucks. You should be picking the Bucks.
No, I'm picking the Lions because the Lions were actually my Super Bowl pick. What week was that?
Yeah, like
It was like
You
week
did
10 or
you
something
did
like
put the
that.
flag in.
It was
Yeah.
like what was like the bold prediction. I was like the Lions are going to go to the Super Bowl and they're going to win.
yeah, you wanted them. He wanted them to be S tier at some point, and
Yes,
I was
I
like,
did.
yeah.
Well, then I'm not changing my pick.
They're
Points.
my NFC team of choice.
If they go to the NFC Championship, they deserve to be S tier. All they have to do is win one game. Okay, they're not.
TJ, your acumen for football's weird.
No, it's hate.
He just hates Jared Goff.
Which
You
is
said
Apply your logic to other teams to Jared Goff, and you got TJ.
He said,
but I have good reasons. He's not giving me one good reason this entire 2 seasons.
You don't have
3
good
seasons.
reasons. No.
Well, he's
Hold on. Ask me about anybody who I hate him, and I'll give you a fucking reason. I'm
Absolutely not.
Gertz is like, we're so close to the finish line.
I know. Pick the fucking last game. I want to go home. I'm tired.
fuck that noise.
The Chiefs, you haven't given a good reason. Why don't you like the Chiefs?
They're fucking our division rivals.
They're in his
Easy.
division.
Okay,
Super
fine.
easy.
What about
It's quick.
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady. Tuck rule. Fucking cheater.
Okay,
He's really good.
That's not on him.
He's
That's on the
really
ref.
he's really, really good.
Anyway,
Have you ever said Tom Brady's good?
No.
he did earlier today,
No, I said he won the Super Bowls for Belichick, who I also hate.
which makes him good.
And I hope, hey,
By proxy makes him good.
and I also, once again, I hope Adam Vinatieri is doing poorly in life as well. I hate him too. Fuck Adam Vinatieri.
You have somebody that you just hate, and that's okay. I don't like Jared Goff. I don't like.
yeah,
but I
I
have
mean,
reasons.
Adam Vinatieri is kind of cool.
Fuck him. His stupid leg.
You know who's cool? Jared Goff. I can't even say that shit without laughing.
Jared Goff's a cool cat.
No, but what I have said about the Lions is I like all the pieces they have.
I'll give Jared Goff this. He looks. What's the word I'm looking for? He looks tougher. He looks harder since being in Detroit.
That'll do it.
Yeah,
And I
That'll
did say
do it.
this was the season I've been the softest on him.
that's true.
I've not been hard on him. I still don't like him, but I've not been hard on him because Josh Allen's been getting my tirade this year.
And Jalen Hurts.
Deservedly
You've been dumping on Jalen.
Well,
Not too much, just the right amount.
Jalen's really good.
Yeah. And this ain't the porridge. Not too hot, not too cold.
Leave
Just
these
right.
Super Bowl appearing quarterbacks alone.
I just want to feel what it's like, Gertz. Let me hate.
Picking the Bills.
Chiefs.
I'm picking the Chiefs as well.
Yes. High five, Marcos. Team Chiefs.
So yeah, Sammy, if
What?
if one of these goes like if the Ravens win or the Niners win,
I can make up 2. I'll make up 2. That's fine. I got time.
There's only 4 games. There's only 2 games.
Right,
3
if
games
I'm
after
five,
that.
If I'm 5 behind, then I'm 3. And
there's
then I have
7
3 more games.
There's 7 games total.
7.
And you're 5 behind.
Yeah, so I got 2 there.
Yeah.
You need to be perfect.
That's fine. I am.
That's just a funny thing. I mean, I fucked up in the postseason last year, but I only had a 1-game lead then.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right. And he's lucky I had to pick the Raiders all season.
I had to pick the Steelers all season.
Yeah, they won more. They were winning season. They had a winning season.
It screwed me in the playoffs
By proxy, if we were to do the math, those 3 games I would have already had up on you plus the 1, you'd be 4. You'd have 2 behind you.
What was the Raiders' record? Weren't they 9 and
No, they
8
were
and-
7 and whatever.
I thought
more.
they finished 8.
Yeah,
and
but you
9.
believed in the Raiders at some
No, I
point.
didn't. Well, after they lost 9 games with that
We
dipshit.
like Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, we do.
What,
What's the last game?
That was the last game. We're
yeah.
done, guys. We're done.
AP for
Yay.
president.
And Peterson?
And Adrian Peterson for president. Antonio Pierce for
Yeah, the
coach
Raiders
for
were 8
president.
and 9, so it was a 2-game difference. I'd still be up 4 on you.
That's fine. That's easier to overcome.
And you would have picked.
We shall. No. Look. I will give you that the Steelers have had a better season.
But,
So you know.
but you probably got one up on Gertz because you picked the Raiders to beat the Chiefs.
But I was going to pick that.
You wouldn't have picked that rationally?
I would have picked that rationally. The Raiders are better than the Chiefs.
Well, no, because the Chiefs are here.
The Chiefs do
playoffs.
racist chants in their stands. We're better than them. That's true. It's a fact. The Chiefs do the tomahawk chop.
Don't ever come at me for hating, man. Like I hate one guy.
The children-
I hate everything.
The children wear red face and black face at the same time. That's also true.
We're done. Hey, great show, y'all.
I don't care if he's an 8th Cherokee. It's not a good look.
Just wait, was he?
Yeah, they found out the kid. He's like, it's part of his heritage. I'm like, not that much. That's like me wearing a Spanish
No, stop it
cavalry
before we get
outfit.
canceled. Stop it.
I already said the M word. All right, we got to edit that out.
You did?
Little person, remember?
Oh, I thought you said N word. I was
No,
like, was I checked out?
that was to be checked out on that. You must have been really checked out. Anyway, point is,
Neglect.
Fuck you, Chiefs.
Bye, y'all.
I'm on this show that often. Fuck you, Chiefs. Stupid dumb assholes.
Go Chiefs. Good night, everybody.
The Chiefs.
Also,
fuck the Chiefs.
side note, unrelated to everything, join TJ and Tommy, and maybe if they can pull a third person for the Black Excellence Black Conspiracies on Thursday.
Fuck the Chiefs. Fuck the